Well, so if you think back to last time, what did we do? I know it was 2 weeks ago now, because it's been quite a while.
Okay, so we did starting off and the sort of correct procedure and order that you should do all of those in. And we did it both going uphill and downhill and flat.
That's good, That's good you remember that. That's quite a few things we did. Is there anything on that you want to go over? Anything that didn't make sense or you want to go over again, or was all okay?
I think I understood it, or I just probably should go over it just because it was a while ago now.
Because I don't think you stalled, did you? We didn't have any stalls, no.
I don't think so.
No, that's good. So, what did you say? I know this was 2 weeks ago, but do you remember what we said we were going to do today? Because we had a couple of targets that we set. I think there were 3 that we said in total.
So, we wanted to do sort of stopping and going so that we could do left and right turns.
That's it. So once you've moved off, what's the next thing you need to do? If you're kind of built up speed, we didn't do it last time, and you say, oh, you've got to where those dogs are in front of us. No one messing all over the grass. What would you do when you get to that kind of area?
Do we need to change gear?
Yeah. So remember last time you said you hadn't changed gear before?
No.
So we'll go over that in a bit. We're going to do moving off, we'll recap from last time, which should be pretty good. Gear changing up to second, third, maybe fourth as well. Depends on how fast we get, because around here you can probably do fourth. It's fairly quiet today. Braking, so gears and braking are the main 2 things, and then the third thing, like I say, the left turns, because turning left isn't really a topic on its own. Once you're done moving off gears, braking, you just do all these different things on the corner, and you've done left turning. So we'll all go over that in detail, but it isn't exactly a full topic on its own. Right, so if you want to get yourself set up.
Okay, let me just slide forwards a bit.
If you're okay with this, I won't go over this, because I think this was all good last time.
Okay.
There is a bit more driving this time as well, because last time we did a lot of theory and talking about stuff. This one, there will be a little bit more driving gets done. So just go over a few things. Do you remember the pedal? This should be able to go down all the way.
The clutch.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Do you remember the mirrors? What do you need to do with the mirrors? I don't think you had to move them much last time, did you?
No. So just move it a little bit, maybe.
Yep.
How do I move it?
Just hold it all there. It's moved. That's it.
Okay, yeah, that's a little bit
What can you
better.
see behind?
So now I can see the red car that's coming up.
That's good. That's right.
And the bus stop.
Yeah. Okay, and these side moves don't move much because they're quite wide, so you're probably okay with those, but they should be pretty good. Well, do you remember the 2 things you do before you turn on?
We need to lock the doors?
Yep, so that's one. Do you remember how to lock them?
I can't remember, sorry.
So there's that button there.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. There's actually 3 things like doors. Door seat and mirrors are the one thing that you do. But do you remember the 2 controls you have to check? There's 2 things you must check, otherwise you could roll or stall or jump.
That the handbrake is on.
Yep, that's it. So that's obviously on now because when the hill is on. But what else do you need to check as well? Because otherwise you said if you do this and turn on now, you could stall.
Oh, that we're in neutral.
Yep, that's
Sorry,
it.
there.
So
we're not in neutral, are we?
No, that's it. Do you remember we said about leaving in 1? What's the reason for that on this road in particular?
Because if it was in neutral, then we took the handbrake off, then we'd roll.
Yep, that's it. So if your handbrake fails overnight or whatever, you could roll away. So yeah, just be clear on that. Because normally for lessons, the handbrake will always be on the beginning, because I've just got in and done it, or just got out and done it. But yeah, your mine will always be on. Right, so handbrake's on, neutral. Just want to pop that down to neutral. Yep, running. Let's turn them.
Okay.
So, how much of the moving off can you remember from last time? The boys on get stunning.
So we want to prepare ourselves first. So we we do the gear stick first.
Yep. Do you remember the acronym we had, the 4 letters?
Was it POSH?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah. So prepare.
That's it. But what kind of moving off will this be as well?
So it's slightly uphill.
Yep, that's good. So it's now going to cover uphill, downhill, flat, like we did last time, but most of it I'll leave up to you. We're just going to try a few to begin with, we'll be helping you out, and I'll just encourage you to say less and less. Okay, so if you want to talk through, we'll just do that on your own, and then I'll step in if I need to.
So we do clutch down and then first gear.
That's it.
And then we do a little bit of gas first, and then like that. and then we try to find the biting point.
Yeah. How do you know when it's on the biting point?
It kind of like makes a funny noise and like judders a
That's
bit.
it. So let me know when you find that.
It's a good height. Here?
That's good.
That's it. Okay, and now I look in the mirrors, so observing.
That's it.
And the blind spot.
That's good.
So signal.
Yep.
That's it. And then handbrake.
That's good. Is that car coming fast behind? Oh, it's gone the other way. So. That's good. That's it. So a little bit quick on the clutch, that's pretty good.
So faster to come off on the clutch.
Just a little bit slower, because if you come up a little bit quick, it shoots off just a little bit. That's okay. So I'll pull us up just before that red car. So if you didn't know pedals for now, that's good. Just because at the moment we haven't done much braking or any braking at all, so it's going to walk past those lines. Okay, and then do you remember the two things you do when you pull up?
I want to do handbrake first and then put it in first gear.
That's good.
Oh,
not
no,
first
wait,
gear.
neutral.
That's it.
Sorry.
That's it. In a moment we'll go over this. This will be about half an hour's time. We'll do all the braking and that. But yeah, that's good. So what made you go a little bit quick when you moved off?
Pulling the clutch up too quick.
Yep, not too bad, that's pretty good. We're not really bothered about it for now. That comes in more later on. If we really have to, we can go over that. But normally that sorts itself out because you've only done it about once today, so that's not really a big problem. Right, so do you want to go onto the gears now or do you want to try a bit more moving off?
Maybe move off again, try and
let's try another one. We'll go around that car and let's say maybe before we do. And I'll pull you up just by the second lamppost on the left, somewhere around there.
Okay.
So that was pretty good, so not much more at all, just going to get it so it's really, really smooth. But you might not get it fully smooth for hours and hours because it takes a lot of practice. And I know you mentioned you're going to practice at home, whatever.
Yeah.
That's where it'll really help.
Just starting.
The one thing you got to be aware of with that is, what do you think the difference is going to be if you drive a different car and then come back to this one?
So all the it's going to be maybe more or less sensitive, like the pedals and
that's
stuff.
It. So just let me know whenever you've done that because you might find when you get back in this car it does feel kind of odd, and then when you get back in your car that will feel odd when it kind of changes. It's not a big problem, but just to be aware, the biting point in particular will be in a different place, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, so when it's safe, we'll carry on. That's up to you.
Okay. Right, so...
What's the main hazard around us now? Something you wouldn't normally have. It's on the right there.
The dog.
That's it, the dog. That dog's kind of running around.
Yeah.
That's a good example of the blind spot because he's going the other way now. He might run into the blind spot. I think he's running out.
Yeah.
Okay, so back over to you.
There we go. So, clutch, first gear, bit of gas, and biting point.
That's good.
Okay. Then
That feels
observe.
good. That's it.
Okay, good. Signal. Handbrake.
Yep, that's good. That's great. Yep, just got myself that dog still.
Yeah. Where's he going?
If you aim for that second lamppost, the dog's aiming for the lamppost. I'll put a step just there.
Oh, sorry.
That's
The
all.
signal.
So if you see on the left now, just for that car coming behind, that's good. Just aim for that white bit of cup, whatever it is on the floor. Just lift a little bit more. That's it. And then right a little bit now. Again, this we'll go over later on today, because I know last time we said about the pulling over, we'll go over more. Okay, and then...
Handbrake.
Yep, that's good.
And first gear.
Yep, that's good.
Okay.
Do you remember why I said it should be that way around, handbrake and then neutral? Because that is the best way of doing it, but why?
Because you need to secure your car first,
that's
so
good.
you can't roll anywhere.
Yeah. Now, the last lesson we didn't do loads, but each lesson you did like a recap. So it's all going over things we did before. But yeah, that was pretty good. So, do you want to move on to the gears now, or do you want to try more?
Yeah, okay.
More moving away.
Try some gears.
Yep. So if you want to turn the engine off just for now, just tap the button once. That's it. Now if you tap it again once without the clutch, just so the camera stays on. That's it. Normally you won't need to do that, but if you don't, it goes off after about 10 minutes. So we moved off in first gear, we've got going. Something we didn't mention too much is when you've got moving, where should your left foot be? When you're not actually using
Oh, I'm
it.
not sure. Mine's just kind of been hovering, but
Yeah.
I think it shouldn't
So you
have
can
been.
do that for now, but you can have it on the left of your clutch about there. So it's what you call the clutch rest area.
Okay.
So your foot kind of rests around there. It's only bad if you have your foot on the clutch. If it's over, it doesn't really matter. But the problem is you can wear your ankle out because your ankle gets really tired. But when you're driving around the city, you will often have your foot over the clutch like that because you need it so often. But when you're not driving around the city, like today's more out of town, whatever, your clutch rests to the side of your pedal about there.
Okay.
That will become important in a moment because that's all part of the gear changes. So, first of all, how do you know when you've got to change gear?
So when I think it kind of makes a funny noise, the car, and then you're obviously going faster than you were before.
That's it. So the last time you said you did about 5 hours without changing gear. That's why I said it was quite strange, because I don't know how you can go that long without changing gear, really. Yeah, it must have been a very short road or something. But yeah, so you sort of move off, you accelerate quite a bit. Do you remember about the revs? We said about the rev counter last time.
Yeah.
So we haven't even done this yet, but how many revs do you think you need roughly? So it goes from 1 to 6. How high do you think that'll be before you need to change up?
I guess it'll be going quite high, and that's why you need to change it.
Yep. So high is
Maybe
about
like
number 3, because
yeah.
3 is pretty high. So today, most of the time you change will be between 2 and 3 roughly. When you're new to it, it takes a little bit longer. So if you change too early, what do you think would happen if you change gear too soon? And you kind of rush it and do it too early? So what's going to happen to your car when you've got no gas on? What's happening to the speed?
Oh, so you're going to slow down?
Yeah,
are you?
and then by the time you get 2, you don't need it anymore. So to begin with, we deliberately do a little bit later. You might normally. So you're going to rev and rev and rev, get quite loud. It's more the sound you go by than the revs. It just sounds really bad. So you rev and rev and rev, and then change them into 2. So any idea how you change into seconds? And I know you haven't done this, but any idea what you would do? Because you might have seen me doing it on the way over.
So I've been watching people
Yeah.
quite a lot of what they do. I know you have to put the clutch down to change gear.
What do you do before that though? Because that is good, but there's one thing you must do before that. Otherwise it can go wrong.
You've got your hand on the...
So there's no gas. You have no gas at all. Because if
Oh.
your gas is still down, you'll be revving and revving. And then when you change gear, do you remember the 2 plates last time? The 2 plates in the clutch that come apart. That one's still going really fast. So when you connect them again, you like a bang, and the car kind of shakes around. So all you do is imagine I've got a gas pedal there, but I haven't got a gas pedal.
Okay.
You do no gas at all.
Yep.
So your right foot comes fully away, left foot down all the way on the clutch. And you put it down with your left hand, obviously, into 2. I'll say obviously, but some people try and chain with the right hand. So straight down, yeah, from the try down into 2. That's it. Then your clutch comes up all the way like that. And only when your clutch is fully up, then your gas goes back on. So you move
Okay.
off again, you all go faster.
So do you slow down when that happens
Yeah,
then?
that's what I mentioned before about if you take too long to do it, you will slow down. So that's where you've got to build momentum. You've got to build and build and build and build, and then change. So if I show you one now at sort of full speed, as it were, this is our normal speed. You'd be accelerating like that. You do gas off, clutch down 2, clutch up all the way, back on the gas. So you've got to be reasonably quick, but you don't have to rush it. If you take too long, you'll go a bit slower, but that's why we build up the momentum, as we mentioned just. So when you're changing the gear, where should you be looking?
At the road?
Yeah,
Still?
because a lot of people make a mistake
Look
looking
here?
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can look down now, but even when you're still, it's good not to look down, because if you look down, you get used to it, and it's really hard to get out of the habit. What could happen if you're looking down and you change gear?
Or things around you could be
Yeah.
changing and then
That's it.
could crash or...
Yeah, that dog back there could have run out, the bus could move off anything. It's only 1 second, but by the time you look up and down, you've moved quite a distance in 1 second.
Yeah.
So all you do is rev, 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 manage to get the revs quite high to begin. Doesn't matter if it sounds loud, that's fine for now. When would you not change gear, like on this road? At which point do you think you would change roughly? If you move off here, whereabouts would you be before you get to second?
So we're slightly going uphill.
Yep.
So that means we're going to have to be revving a bit more.
Yep.
So maybe it's going to be a bit higher
Yep.
than normal?
We're on the road with a bit out, but from here to where you can see where the green car is, you can see the green car, because you're on the other
Yeah.
side of the car. Whereabouts would you have got to second roughly, assuming that you're driving at normal speed?
Maybe by the yellow bin.
And normally it's going to by this arch on the left or the bus stop, so very
Oh,
soon, so you
okay.
don't go very far. Normally where the yellow bin is, you'll be up to third by about there, assuming you can see far ahead. So normally it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the point of changing up a gear like that? It goes faster, but what else do you do to help your engine? Because this is all important stuff to know.
Kind of makes it smoother.
Yeah,
does
that's it. So it's more economical, smoother, easier for your engine. If you stay in 1 is really strong. It revs and revs and revs. So you change up to 2, up to 3, up to 4, and up to eventually 5th. But 5th won't come in today. So we mentioned that 1's the strongest. So as you go up, you gain speed but lose power. So if you're struggling going up a hill, you actually come down a gear. It sounds wrong, but you come down to get more speed, more power, and you go up to get more speed. That will all come back to in a moment, but for now that's what we need to know.
Okay.
So we're going to move off up the road using the appropriate method, and if you're happy with that, I'll leave that up to you. I'll talk through the gear change because it's a little bit Yeah, it's a new topic, we haven't done that before, so I'll help with that. But it's going to be gas off, clutch down, 2, clutch up all the way, back on the gas. Just give that a go now before you move. I'll put us into 1. So imagine now you're on the gas.
So like press it, don't
That's
you?
it. So we move moving,
So
and now we need to change.
Go gas off,
That's it.
clutch down,
That's good.
change
That's
gear,
it.
and then like
That's
do
it.
I come off? Do I do it kind of like slowly come off the clutch?
Not
or
like
just
before, now
same?
you sock off, but not. This is what I can't really explain that well, but it's not off all the way quick, but it's not like when you move off, it's kind of halfway between. If you just go off quick, you'll get a jump because it's too quick. But if you do it like you did when you move off, slow, you'll have stopped before you change gear. So it's kind of like this, kind of up, smooth.
Okay.
It's a nice smooth lift, but you'll get used to that the more you do. A lot of driving is about the feel of things. I could explain it, but you've got to kind of get the feel.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The other thing as well is you notice when you did it there, even then you look down. That's got to be careful when you did it again. So you have to get looking straight on. Even when you're not moving, it's tempting to look down. So try not to be looking straight on. If we put you back into 1, just focus on that man walking up the road there, the pavement there.
Okay.
And just try and change to 2nd without looking down.
So would be on the gas,
Yep.
then we'd go on.
That's good. That's it.
Like that?
It feels strange at first, you want to keep looking, but it's good.
Okay.
Right, so if you want to prepare your car to turn on, and then we'll get moving.
Okay.
Because there's one thing that's kind of wrong.
Yeah,
That's
this
it.
isn't the neutral.
That's good. That's it.
Okay.
Right, let's turn on. So, are you okay to do the moving off on your own? It's gonna be still
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Okay.
So, moving off's up to you. If that gets too windy with the window down, let me know. Just sometimes it gets quite warm.
Okay.
Okay, so moving off's up to you. The gears I'll talk through. We're going to aim to pull up roughly where the yellow bin is, but it doesn't matter if it's further on. That's okay.
Okay. So clutch down, first gear, little bit of gas, biting point. Bit up there.
That's good.
So yeah. Looking.
Just clutch down a little bit.
Oh,
So
sorry.
that point came up a little bit too high.
Yeah. Okay.
So just have your clutch down a tiny bit. Just a little bit less, a little bit down. A little bit less gas as well. That's it, it still sounds a little bit better, so it's
Okay.
not pulling too hard.
So
Okay,
look
and
again.
then, that's good.
Yeah. Okay. Signal.
That's good. Who's that signal for?
The people behind.
That bus is on, that was it. That bus is the main one that bus is going to pull over. That was good because you know the handbrake didn't quite come off. Because remember last time I think it stuck on a little bit. That was
Yeah.
good, last lesson. So we can change gear any time from about now. So we're doing no gas at all, no looking down,
Oh.
not that handbrake. Clutch down, that's it. Clutch down it's 2. Clutch up all the way. That's good.
Oh,
that
sorry,
is when
too
the gas
fast.
is on. That's it. The gas was on, I'll put us up just after the white car. The gas went down a little bit before your clutch was fully up. But it takes a few goes at least to get used to. So it's going to roll to a stop. That's good. I'm not so much about steering because you do know well. We're not bothered for now if it's wide or close for the moment. That's okay. That's good.
Okay, sorry.
And, yeah. Do you remember what we said about that clicking?
I was told before that it's not meant to click.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So when you just press the button in like that, that'll be fine. It doesn't really matter though, if you do it like that, it's not going to do huge damage. It's only if you do it all the time like that, that's when it damages it, if you do it over and over again. But the odd time now and then, it doesn't really matter. Right, so the gear change with your pedal, which is your clutch was almost up, but it wasn't quite fully up before your gas went down. So it must be clutch fully off all the way, your foot comes away, and then the gas goes on.
Okay.
Like that. Once you change in 2nd, you won't stall if you didn't know pedals. It'll just cruise on its own. I think we did that before in 1st, I can't remember now. But you can move off in 1, do no pedals, the car will cruise. You don't have to have your feet down. Same in 2nd, you won't only work in 1 and 2, 3rd, 4th and 5th. It doesn't work. Reverse, I don't know, I've never tried that because you wouldn't normally do that. You wouldn't go backwards that far. So 1 and 2 you can change it to 2nd, you get your clutch up all the way up, there's no rush to be on the gas. You can just wait and then press it and it will go.
Okay.
Because when you move off it is gas clutch when you move off. When you're driving it's the opposite. You don't want to do gas clutch. So once you get moving it's clutch up, gas on, then clutch up, gas on. That's why it feels quite awkward. Okay, so let's try that one again. So we're going to go up the hill again, up the road again. The moving off was good, just the clutch was a little bit high to begin with, so it dragged a bit, but not too bad at all. Well, let's give that a go.
Alright, so clutch down, first gear. About there.
That's good, you notice the way it dipped, that was
Yeah.
good, because the first bit was a bit high, then you got it down, that was a lot better.
Okay. Like,
Then you
signal.
need to indicate or not?
No.
So it doesn't matter, no one around, that's fine though. It's better to do it than not do it. That's it.
Oh, too
That's
fast again.
That's right. Okay, we don't want that will take time to go. You can't just do that in a few lessons, it takes hours and hours to get used to. So we're going to rev quite loud.
So a bit more.
Yeah. I wouldn't change just yet because you can't see as well, so if the bus comes the other way, we might stay on one.
Yeah, I can hear it sounds funny, doesn't
That's
it?
it. Let's give it a go now because that car behind it. So gas off, clutch down.
Gas
That's it.
on.
So gas off, clutch down, clutch 2, clutch up all the way, and back on the gas, that's good. Just one thing, avoid that looking down, but the rest was good.
Oh, okay.
That's better there because you got it done. I'll pull us up just after the side road, but if you just wait till we pass that before we signal. So I'll signal left and down, no, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm just going to roll us up just here. That's good. Well, just stop there. Just not anything. That's it. You must make sure you stop dead, then the handbrake goes on. That's good. So handbrake and then that's good. Yep. Again, normally you wouldn't park here, but we're just going to turn around in the mouth of that road, so that's okay for now. Right, is anyone around at all?
I can't see anyone.
No, I would signal though because we are doing quite a funny turn, so it's better if you indicate right about now, just in case someone comes, because there's quite a few roads that could come from. So massive turns right all the way. So I started before, it doesn't matter if you indicate when you don't have to. It's much better. Let's go round, right, round. So round.
Oh, we're going this way?
That's it.
Oh,
So
sorry.
So I'm just going to go back down the way we came. We won't do this much because we'll move on to doing turns and whatever soon, but anyone coming from the right?
No.
So the moving off's pretty good, so I'm not going to bother pulling up here. We can actually carry on. We can try another gear change when it's appropriate into second. So a little bit of gas. What's going to help you change up now this time about the road?
That we're going down.
Yep, that's it. So we can pick up a little bit of gas, but the hills is kind of pulling us down. Let's try second now so we keep looking straight ahead. So gas off, clutch down. 2, clutch up. That's good. So no pedals at all. So the bike will be out of the way. Bikes will be out of the way, should I say. That's what I'm saying there about you don't have to have any gas. You kind of cruises on its own. That's really important to know because if you don't know that, you might think you've got to put the gas on. I'll pull us up on the left just past this second driveway. So no one around. It's pretty good. Now distance is good. That's just where you want to be.
Okay.
Good. We don't have to indicate for the bus because we've already slowed down before we appeared. So he knows we're slowing down. Yep, and then...
Should I do this?
Yep, that's good. Yeah, the only reason before I was slowing down today is we're still moving a little bit. So even if you're only moving about... No, that speed is too fast for the handbrake. So it must be totally still. 2 seconds still, I want to say. And then handbrake and neutral. Yeah, that's good. So, what do you think about the gear change?
I don't know, I thought it went okay.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Just got to avoid doing what?
Looking down.
That's it. So it's a habit.
It's
everyone
tempting.
That's it. That's pretty good though. So looking straight down was good before. The one we practiced where you didn't look down at all. It's like when you're driving, it's tempting to look at me when you're talking, but if you do, you'll be hitting things on the road. So you kind of get used to focusing ahead and sort of staring ahead at things. So let's try another one. So moving off is up to you. Do you think you could change gear on your own, or do you want me to help you out still?
Possibly, can you help me a little bit still? Yeah.
That's it.
Just
So what I'll do
another
is
one.
That's it. I'll tell you when to do it, but I won't really say what to do.
Okay.
Because what to do is not too hard, but actually when to do is sort of the harder thing. What is there ahead of you that means, well, where wouldn't you change gear?
In front of that small road.
You could do, but what else is there that's kind of blocking your view? Or why is your view being blocked, if you know?
The car.
Yep, so you've got
It's
the car
in
on
the
the bend, so it's a pretty bad view. So if you can't see, you don't want to change up, because otherwise you're accelerating and go faster towards something that you can't see. So you don't have to always change up. If it's revving and there's a reason for that, which is you can't see, you can leave your way and then change up whenever you can.
Okay.
Okay, one other tip on this one is when you move off, that left mirror might be better than the right mirror, because you can probably see further around the bend. So you can do them all if you want, doesn't matter. There's no, you don't have to do certain ones, as long as you do a minimum of, do you remember the ones we said you had to do? Like a minimum.
So when you're starting off, you mean?
Yeah.
Should I look at all three?
No, which two do you have to do? 'Cause you did this well before, but that's
The
good.
middle one, the right
That's it.
one.
But just so know, you can do that one if you can, if you want, look that way, if you feel there's something there. So you don't have to do just those ones, because as you get to different roads, things change, situations change. Okay, so it's up to you, going to move off. I'll tell you when to change, but I won't say how.
Okay.
I'll only be talking about looking ahead and trying to get to focus ahead.
Yeah.
Right, so
Okay.
let's give that a go.
First gear, gas, and biting point. So
Really low point, that's because you before we're down the hill, that's good.
Okay, looking. Yeah, okay, signal
We're going to help.
and handbrake off.
That's good. That's fine. So, for example, you wouldn't change now because our car is coming towards us, so we kind of wait till we get out of the way.
Okay.
So let's change now. Keep looking straight on that black car.
So, put off.
That's good. That's it. That jump doesn't matter. Okay, the jumping is not important for now. The main thing is doing the right control. So I'll pull us up on the left just by anywhere around here. To begin with, you learn sort of how to do it, then you learn how to smooth it out. You can't get it smooth. Some people are lucky to get it smooth straight away, but that's quite unusual. That's good. So, not a big problem, but what is making it jump?
I think I didn't pull off the clutch very smoothly, and I think I pressed the gas too quickly as well.
So just clutch it really slow is all it is. It sounds simple, but if you look at my foot there on the pedal, if you do it like that, you won't get a jump. If I do it wrong, this will look similar, but like that, you get a jump. And they look almost the same, but the second one, it was slightly quicker like that.
Yeah.
It was quite fast. Yeah, so that's pretty good. What I'm going to do now is try another one of those, and then we're going to do the next gear, which is going to be third. So, up to you again, we're going to move off. Just try it all on your own this time, because I think you know what to do. So just give it a go.
Okay.
Let's just see how that works. We'll probably go past where the bus is, by the way, and then we're going to go around. We may not come up and down this road. We're going to do like a loop going round and round a big square. So I know you said you'd done left turns before, hadn't you?
Yeah, just left.
Yeah, so we won't go down in full detail just yet. We'll probably do that later today. But when we go round and round the block, it saves us having to keep turning around, and it's going to be awkward to turn around sometimes. Okay, so it's up to you to move off and do the gear change, so I'm not going to say much at all.
Okay.
But if you want any help, let me know. Try and avoid looking at even then. No, when you do the gear, try and avoid looking even at one.
Oh,
so
okay.
you always keep looking straight on. So even when you're still, you try and avoid looking down at the gears, because then you get in the habit of not looking down.
Okay.
Right, so let's see how it goes. Yep, that's good. That's better because our clutch is a little bit slower. Okay, so it's over to you.
Should I be changing again now?
That's up to you, whatever you think.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does it sound bad?
Yeah.
Yep, let's give it a go.
Clutch down.
Yep, that's good. That's good. That's important, so you get used to making your own decisions, because I don't want to be making too many choices for you. So we're going to follow on just for a little bit. When there's any danger, I'd help out, but of course there's no danger. So straight on just for a short amount of time, and we'll be taking the second left, which is a really wide mouth on the left there. So quite a bit of gas for now. It's the one with the yellow cone at the end. There are no markings there now, they're all gone. It's just been resurfaced. So we're not really doing turns yet, but where would you look before you sit?
I need to look at the mirrors, yeah. So a signal about here?
That's it. And if you just try and no pedals at all, and just steer around, because the car will take over the cruising for you. That's good. This gives me a good idea as well of how steering goes, because I thought that was good. So we're going to accelerate a little bit. I'll pull us up on the left, just sort of where the black bin is just before there, because you've got a bus stop there. So I'll do kind of where the thick shadow on the floor is. Is there a shadow? Yes, big shadow of the tree.
Yes,
just around here somewhere. That's good. Yep, that's good. That's great. So, what's going to be different now about changing gear on this road?
It's quite uphill, yeah.
Yep.
Steep.
So up a hill, how would you do that differently? Because same in terms of what you do, but what's going to be different about changing uphill?
I want to wait for longer.
That's it. So rev. Because if you don't, you'll start rolling. Well, you won't roll back, but when you come off the gas, you'll lose momentum. So you'll start struggling. And then if you change quickly, by the time you get to 2, you'll then need 1 again. And then you stall. If you change at the wrong time, it stalls because it cuts out, can't handle the power. But so I won't say when, because I need to get used to it, but just when you think you need to get to 2, do that. It should sound quite bad. The worse it sounds, the better it is, because that means you've got loads of momentum, loads of power.
Okay.
And then we'll refine that later on, because normally revving is bad, but for the moment, getting used to revving is quite good. Because otherwise, if you change too early, it's much worse than changing a bit late. Okay, so it's all up to you again. It's good because I'm not saying much, even though it's a new topic, we're not really saying much about it. So let's give that a go.
Clutch down. first gear
That's
without
good.
looking.
That's it.
Um,
When you still doesn't matter too much, but it's just trying to avoid it.
biting point.
That's good. Just
Oh,
good. That's it.
so, sorry, too high.
Just turn a little bit low still. That's good.
Okay.
And even a little bit lower than that. That's it. So it kind of tags around that pull.
Okay, looking, signal.
That's good. That's great. So this van shouldn't cause any trouble. No, that's fine. So quite a lot of gas. Let's get around before he comes down with a taxi. That's good.
Okay,
So
I
when
feel
you
like
look-
I want to change it
Yeah,
now.
that's good. That's it.
Okay, so
That's good. That's smooth. So there is a roundabout coming up. It's a very basic roundabout, so nothing too bad. We're just going to follow round like where that car was going.
okay, so left.
Yeah. So no signal there because this one is weird. It's like a funny shape one. So just follow around as you are. Nothing to stop for at the moment. Roundabouts coming later on as a topic, but that's good.
Oh, sorry, that was a bit.
A
Sorry.
little bit of gas. Maybe the signal left about now. That's it. Off you go. That car's nowhere near us. There, the car, the one behind, and then signal comes off. That's good, and you just go straight on. That's fine. That's if you knock it a little bit too hard the other way, or knock it or flash the other way. So this one is good to have not much gas because I might have to brake in a second if a car comes the other way. But no, we're good. So we've got left turns will go over maybe later on about an hour's time, but the main point is that is the gears and the braking. If you get those two things good, you find the turns kind of naturally happen. Whereas if you can't do the braking and the gears, it all falls apart. So next road on the left.
Okay.
It's because you're doing the mirror there because we haven't really mentioned that before, but you did that in those lessons. Okay, so do you need to indicate?
Yeah, sorry.
That's good. You always indicate when you turn because you don't know what's around the bend. That's the way we do it. Okay, so I'll put us up on the left just before the side yard. I do just kind of just where the shadow of the lamppost is roughly. Just left a little bit. That's good. Okay, we're not too bothered way around here because it's very quiet, so just left a little bit more. And then we'll actually go back. This will come in a moment once we're in the gears. Okay, and then what?
The clutch
Yep.
is down.
Oh, that's it. No,
Okay.
that's good. Yeah. So if you want to turn off, just remember there. That's it. Then tap the button again just once. Okay, it's always the case for the cameras, that is. So once you've got second, next is of course up to third. You don't have to go 3, 4, 5. You can if you want, miss them out as you go up. But for the moment, we don't do that because it complicates things. You often miss them out when you come down. So in a bit, we'll be doing like 4 down to 2 or 3 down to 2, or you can do 3 down to 1. But when you go up, you're going to build up in order. But you don't absolutely have to.
Okay.
The reason I don't do that to begin with is if you go to get fourth, which other gear could you get from second if you're not careful?
Oh, accidentally reverse.
Yep. What would that do if you go to reverse when you're going forwards?
Oh, I don't. Are you going to stop quite suddenly?
Yeah, that can potentially blow your engine apart because you're going backwards and forwards and it's horrible. So you can go 2-4, but I don't deliberately because if you do that, that could be a massive problem and that can cause a crash. So when you're used to it 2-4, because sometimes it'll be okay. The one we often do is 3rd, 5th. You can go 3rd up to 5th, but that'll come more later on when we do the fast stuff, fast roads. So 2nd to 3rd, it's sounding, so all the gears are about the sounding. So you do no gas, clutch down all the way. You go up, and then the best way to do this is you go up, let it go completely, and your hand's kind of open, and it falls into place in 3rd. None of your car will do that because some cars, if they're older or different or whatever, they may not be that easy to get in. But this one, it goes up, falls in, easy,
Okay.
kind of falls into place. What would happen, do you think, if you mean to get 3, but you get 1? So you like before in a way, you mean to go up, and you go down. A bit like when you go to reverse.
It's going to sound horrible.
Yeah, that's it. I might demonstrate this later on. It's one of the most dangerous things you can do because what would happen to your speed if you mean to go up a gear but you come down a gear?
So you're going too fast for the gear, for first gear.
That's it.
I'm not really sure what that will do.
So your speed comes right down. You can potentially stop dead on the spot because you do maybe 30, 25, 30, probably not that fast, but 20, 25. You come down to 1. How do people normally know you're slowing down when you brake?
The bar on the back of
Yeah,
the car
that's it.
will come on.
But when you go to 1, they don't. You'll just stop dead, and no one will know you're slowing down. So if you want an easy way to cause a crash, you just go 2, 1, smash. That's what's really important. So just try now looking ahead of that white van, minibus, whatever it is.
Okay.
Just go up, let go, then up, and it kind of falls into place. That's good. Easy. So if it feels
That's it.
easy, it's good. That's it. Trying to go straight down to 4. That's it. So it's always very simple to move the gears in this car. Not all cars are that smooth. That's one reason I choose this car, because it's very smooth on the gears. Trying to look in the head, just go from 4th down to 2nd. That's it, and then back to 3. That's it, and then back to 2. That's good, because that shows you've got a good understanding where the gears are. For the moment, we don't bother with 5th and reverse. We're not bothered about those till later on. But that's really good. So, like before, we move off 1st, 2nd, 3rd. You may get 4th, because there isn't a certain thing for each gear, but just roughly. 1 is for doing what? What's the kind of job, the 1st gear?
Just starting off, and
Yep.
but if you're going slow to like turn, would you maybe
That's it.
be 1?
That red car coming towards us was kind of slowing the bus down a bit, so that's about the gear. So moving off, like say, really slow turns in 1 is good. 2nd is for generally turning corners, like we did before, like left turns. It's not exclusively for that, but it's generally for that. 3rd is a good gear for hills, 'cause it's quite strong and it's got quite a bit of speed. 4th is generally for cruising at 30 miles an hour. Again, it can be different. And 5th is for cruising at higher speeds. So each gear's got its own kind of job, but it doesn't exactly work like that, because there are times you have to change that depending on the situation. There's loads of learners around here, by the way, so that one behind. It's a popular learner place. It's a great place to come around. Yeah, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3. When you get if you get to 30s, you probably will get to 4th gear. The speed limit around here, as you probably know, is 30. We haven't mentioned speeds before because we haven't really done much on the speed with the gears. But now you get them up to gears more, you've got to watch out for that. So where I am, remember, I can't see the speedo, so it's always up to you. I'll try and help you if you're going a bit quick, but I can't always tell if you're not 31, 32. It's hard to tell that. Okay, so what things would you like to be responsible for now? Because out of all the things we've done, all the things you've learned, what could you do on your own without me talking about?
I think I could move off on my own.
Yep, that's good.
I think I could I could change gear on my own. I think the last time I changed gear I was a bit uncertain if I was doing it at the right time. But
What was that?
why? I felt like I was meant to do it earlier, but then
That was good. That one on the
I
hill,
wasn't
you
sure.
mean?
Yeah,
That was good. That was well timed though, because you could have left it later, but you didn't. So the earlier you do it, the better eventually. Because at the moment, the later the better. Because you want to rev, make sure you've got enough power, then change up. But normally, why don't you want to be revving too loud? Well, that's normally a bad thing.
Is it bad for your engine
Yep.
to do that?
That's it. So how's that bad?
Is making it like work too hard?
That's it. It's all got labour, and it's got labouring away, and it's too loud. It's causing noise. Noise pollution is not really a big problem, but it can annoy people if you're going down the road and your engine's revving. And also it burns more fuel. So you've assessed on your test now, by the way, if it's your economy of driving. So don't worry about that. It's something we'll cover in loads of times. But if you're revving for no reason, it's no good. But by the time you go on a test, you won't be driving like you are now. Otherwise, going on a test. It's good now, it's just that you need to know much more than you do now to go on a test situation. Right, so yeah, so you can move off on your own. The gear change up to you, so pretty much everything we've done so far you can do on your own. Just one thing to check about moving off. Do you remember doing it here before? We did it once, I think, at the end last time.
Yeah.
How'd you do it differently?
So you don't need to, if we're going downhill, you don't need to push the gas
That's it.
to start with.
Yep.
Because the rolling downhill makes like the power.
Yeah, that's
itself.
good. If it's a really big hill, you could even start in 2nd, just so you know, because sometimes by the time you've got moving, it's too fast for 1. This isn't really steep enough for that. You could do it, but it's not really that steep. But just so you know, you don't always have to move off in 1st gear.
Okay.
Because you have to be quite open-minded about the gears. It isn't always 1, 2, 3, 4. It can be any order, or not any order, but there are certain orders you can do as well. Okay, so if you want to turn on, and we'll go for drive and give those a go. So pretty much everything is up to you that we've done so far. I'll still do the braking, and I'll let you know if any danger comes up, like any buses flying up, whatever. Or more like learner drives around here.
Yeah.
Quite busy. Right, so let's go.
Let's go.
What's missing now?
Oh, I haven't turned
That's
it on. That's what I've done wrong. Sorry.
Do you remember last time? I think we said last lesson about how do you know it's turned on. I think we said that. I can't remember now. I think we did. And we said about the revs. He said the rev count was on 1.
Oh yeah.
Because sometimes it's easy to try and move off without the car being on. Okay, so
That was stupid of me. Right?
that's good.
So
It's not a problem unless you take the handbrake off and you're rolling down the hill. With the car's turned off, that's more difficult.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay, now biting point on its own.
but before that, what did you just mention before about the way you move off? you when you said about the downhill, how do you do the downhill?
Yeah, so I don't need to... Do I not need to put my clutch down?
That brake goes right down all the way. That's it. I know we did this once, 2 weeks ago. So the brake is all the way down. The clutch stays down all the way because you don't need any pull because the hill's going to pull for you. So now the handbrake comes off. I know we said you could do the moving off your own, but this is a different kind of moving off.
Okay.
So, and then from there, it's
and
just...
then lift off the brake.
Yep, can you definitely go? See, you have to quick look around, but yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
then you need to indicate. Do you need to or not?
No.
No, so you could because the
no,
roads
I
are
do.
here, it doesn't matter, that's fine. So Sinano comes off. Just to show we're not going to go. It doesn't matter here because you could say someone could come down there, so it's a good reason to indicate. As long as there's a valid reason, it's good. So it's not wrong if you do that, it's just sometimes you don't always have to, but if you want to, you can. Because there's so many cars and buses up here around it. Anyway, so let's do that.
Okay, so now I want to come slightly off the brake and then...
Yeah, just going to recheck that blind spot, guys.
Yeah.
Just cool. That's good.
Yeah.
And then...
Off the brake and...
That's good.
Oh, and...
Nope, so handbrake's off, that's fine. So brake comes off. No brake at all. And then signal comes off. And then clutch up fairly quick, that's good. We'll grab that in more detail. That's the thing, when you do that, you've got to find the gas pedal.
Yeah, I lost my gas pedal. Sorry.
So, changing up the gears whenever you want.
Okay, so now I think...
That's good. That's good. That was really smooth. So, not 30 miles of course now because the cars are there. So that'll be a good example of a bad time to change up.
So when I get around the cars, then I can maybe go.
I won't go over. I know we haven't done it before, but just remember what we said about the way you push it.
Okay, so maybe now.
That's good. So the clutch.
Oh, the clutch. Sorry. Right.
So there's no gas clutch down. That's it. That's good. Up again. That's it. Yep, that's good. So let's try fourth as well. Just straight down. That's good. And then no pedals at all, series of rolls. I'll put us up just after this side road. You feel that speed starts going up there as well. No pedals fine. No gears well, you can pull over in any gear. So I'm just going to roll and roll and roll. No one around. This comes in a moment when we start doing the braking. And, you don't have to be in any gear. You can be like fourth, pull over, no problem. Yep, that's good. Which gear's up?
Third. Oh, okay.
That's it, that's good. Yeah, I just helped a little bit there because the situation was a little bit awkward with the cars on the bend, but that was pretty good. Just remember that clutch pedal. So it was gas off, clutch down, 3. That was good there because I went up nice and smooth. When you're more used to it, you don't have to always go up and let go up, but it is a good way of doing it. But eventually, when you've released the car, you can just go up and it just falls into place. So if you feel more confident that you can, as long as it goes in third, it doesn't matter how you do it. But yeah, that's good. So let's try that again. So we go first, second.
Okay, just do the window a little bit. Sorry.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't need to wear a coat. Whatever, by the way, you know when you drive, it's very hot. You might notice it's. So I'm wearing a jumper now because it was snowing this morning.
Yeah.
But
it's cold when I got here. Now it's sunny.
It's warmer.
Okay.
So the moving off's up to you. Just think about the signal on the bag. You maybe don't have to always signal. But again, why might you on this road?
Because we have a road.
Yep.
Coming off
That's
this
good.
road here.
So if you feel the need to, you can. You don't have to. It's up to you. Right. So let's go whenever we can.
Okay. Let's get. Is this kind of similar with the downhill again?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
As long as it's enough of a hill, which this one is, because it's hard to judge that, but it is enough of a hill. You will feel the car being pulled down. So before you signal, what do you do?
Okay.
How do you prepare for the downhill?
I've got my foot on the brake already.
What do you do as well? Because that's on the brake, that's good. Because your foot brake replaces handbrake.
Okay.
And then, do you need to, where was it?
I don't need to indicate, but I could do.
Yeah. Well, make sure you look all around there before you choose. So that's good.
Okay, yeah.
So that's good. It's good to see because he's quite busy, so that's a good reason. That's good. Okay, it's all up to you. The gear's changing up second and third. That's up to you.
So past the white car I should change because the white car's kind of in the way.
You could do it now if you want, it's up to you, but whenever you feel comfy doing it.
I'll do it in a second.
Okay. That's good. We won't bother with third just because we're going to turn on the same road as before, but if we turn a second left, is anyone behind us?
Yes, yep. So okay, I want to indicate now.
That's good. that car behind's good, so we're just going to roll. That's fine. That's good. The signal, by the way, don't worry about taking it off because it does itself.
Oh, okay.
So that's all fine. This is good as well, you're going to roll in. That's great. I'll pull us up just. Actually, we won't pull up, we'll carry on because we can do some more gears in. So if we're going to carry on driving up the hill,
Okay.
try third whenever you think it'll be good.
Okay, so past the black car, I think.
That's good.
It's going to be a good time for third.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Oh, sorry, I drifted a
that's
bit,
it.
didn't I?
That will happen to be giving that one go. So if you didn't know much gas at all now, I'm just going to come down second for this roundabout because we haven't done coming down again yet. No signals at all. That's fine.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just following around. It's only because no one's around, no one's going to care. But we know where you go left and it's just got ahead, it's a bit of a strange roundabout. That's good. So before we had a blue car behind, there's no one behind now at all, so that's fine. So we don't exactly have to in the cab, but if you want, you can. Okay, normally you would have roundabouts, but this one is a very quite bizarre kind of roundabout.
We can straight up here.
Yep, so the signal comes off, that's good. It turned out good you indicate because I've got a car a bit behind. So this will be an awful time to get third because you can't see. But whenever you reckon it'll be good, that's up to you.
What gear am I in now?
So we're back in second now.
Okay. Okay, so I think maybe about now.
That's good. It's a curve, that's good. That's all. That's good. That's good. I was going to break a touch for our bus. That's good. Let's pull us up just around there. That's fine. It's only because our bus pulled up I didn't want to go through that tight gap. But that was good. And then, yep. So what's making you wobble when you get to third? Why is that wobbling a bit?
I wasn't focusing enough on the wheel.
That's it. So it's really just practice. We're just going to try a few more of those. I wouldn't normally pull up here because of the bus stop, but just going to let that bus move out of the way. That is big enough to get through. It's just I didn't want to risk it in third. If you're wobbling to be in third, it'll be a bit awkward. So we're going to move off whenever it's safe, and we'll turn next road on the left. Again, not too bothered about how you turn for now. It's going to move off, turn, we'll get second and third. A lot of it's just practice because you've only changed it 3 times. You got to third.
Yeah.
Something like that. It takes you a lot of goes before you're fully used to it. The best tip is just trying to hold the wheel quite loosely because if you hold it hard, you find your hand will move up and down a lot. So if you hold it sort of fairly loose without being too loose, then that's a lot better. Okay, so it's a bit of a.
Lots of people crossing, yeah.
Okay, so whenever it's safe, we'll go. That's up to you. The turning I'll go over, and the gears are up to you. And we'll move on to braking quite soon because that's the next big thing. We said 2 things today. We did brake gears and braking.
Okay.
This can seem a long time to go through all this, but if you get good at this, it helps later on. If you rush through all this now and go straight to do roundabouts, it doesn't work because then you don't understand what's going on and it all falls apart. Right, so whenever it's good.
Okay, so I think good. There's no biting point.
That's good.
Okay, that's good. Too quick.
That's pretty good. Okay, so we'll stay in first for this because that's okay.
So turning left, are we?
Yep, that's it. Okay, well, I'm not being fussy about signals and mirrors because no one's around anyway, so we haven't bothered about that. Okay, so on this road, whenever you think it'll be safe, you can either change up to second and third or let me know if you want to check. That's up to you.
I wanted to, but okay, now the van's gone.
That's good. That's just
fast off
that's it, that's good.
Clutch, yeah.
So let me know when third would be appropriate.
I think maybe now.
Yep, that's good.
Just gonna.
So smooth you do. That's good. That's better because steering is much better. Try no gas at all, nothing. No gas, that's it. So these are rolls nicely down the hill. So you don't always need to have any gas. We could get 4, but we're not going to bother for now. I'm going to pull us up just on the left after the bus stop. That's good. Yeah, let's go more. That's it. Yeah, that's fine now. Right, so what do you think about the gears? Put gears.
I just came off the clutch too quick, but other than that, I think it went quite well.
Yeah, that will go on its own. I'm trying to say because in time you'll get used to that. The more you do, you can spend hours and hours doing that alone. You wouldn't get any better until you actually start driving around. That'll become more natural the more you do. So next thing we're going to go over is the braking. So I'll leave it turned on for this because it's better when it's on. When it's off the engine, the brakes don't work so well. So braking can sound really confusing, but it's not. It takes a long time to explain, but there's actually not that much. There's a lot to do, but it's actually quite simple in the way. So, when you brake, did you do braking before? Your last lessons? I can't remember. I mean, you wouldn't, I suppose, if you're doing corners.
You do clutch down and brake?
You can, but what's the difference if you do clutch then brake, or brake and clutch? What's the main difference between those two?
Of doing it the other way around.
Yeah, because there is a reason why you can do it around, and there's a good and a bad of each.
I'm not sure.
So, if you clutch it up, what's that doing? What's your engine actually doing?
It's like connected to the engine.
That's it. So when you come off the gas, what's going to happen to your engine?
You're going to slow down.
Yeah, so in turn that'll slow your wheels down because you're still connected to your wheels. So it's what we call engine braking. And it sounds bad, but it doesn't mean like braking the engine, it means engine braking, as in using the engine to slow down. So when you come off the gas and you brake with your clutch up, your brakes, it's hard to give a number, but it's roughly 10 to 20% stronger braking. So you can brake and brake and brake, that's like your maximum braking power. When you do an emergency stop later on lessons, that's what you do. You brake hard with your clutch up because you want maximum braking power. So most of the time, of course, you want maximum power because you want to have the most power you can available to you. But what happens if you're going really, really slow crawling in traffic and you get maximum braking power?
Oh, you're gonna like, I don't know the word. You're gonna stop very suddenly.
That's it. It's like a jolt to bang. That's it. So this is where it gets a bit confusing. The clutch goes down when the engine is quite like it is now. So when you're going at high speed, like so doing 30 miles an hour, you brake, 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 brake. When you hear the engine starting to struggle, just before it struggles, then your clutch goes down. Because the engine is saying, I can't go any slow in third, get the clutch down. If you're crawling down a road at low speed, like on a high street, it's clutch down, brake. Because you don't need the braking power. There's no point in having the braking power really hard if you're going 1 mile an hour. But the thing is, it doesn't really make a big difference. In the old days, it used to make a massive difference. And if you did the wrong order, you'd be in trouble. But now, if you're going up to about 30 and below, it doesn't really make a huge difference. If you do clutch, brake, brake, clutch, you won't feel a massive difference. Apart from when, like looking ahead, what is there that would have really make a difference with the braking?
So we're going downhill in a minute?
So down a hill, how would you brake to get the most braking power? What method would you do out of those two?
You want to put the clutch down?
Nope, so brake first.
No.
So you brake, brake, brake. So when your clutch is up, it's stronger. So downhill, you want to go brake, 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 because you fight to get to the hill. Then clutch down, last moment. So if you're going up a hill, the opposite. If you're going up a hill, you don't need much braking power, because there's no point in having the brake, plus the clutch, plus the hill is all slowing you down. It's like 3 kinds of braking. You'd stop dead on the spot. This will make sense when you do, because this takes a long time to fully go over. You can, if you do the lazy way, just go clutch brake every time. But the problem is with that is sometimes that'll make you go quite fast. Because if you're going down a hill, your clutch is holding you back. So when you've got no pedals at all, the clutch pedal's holding you back, the engine and the gears are holding you back. As soon as you go clutch down, it releases the engine, you go flying down a hill. Then you're braking, fighting against the hill. So this all makes sense a little bit when we start doing it, because I know it can sound confusing this. So we do braking, 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 clutch down.
Okay.
But the thing is, you don't do it for long. It's any kind of brake, clutch. It isn't a long difference. You don't like brake first, clutch down when the revs are low. The more we do that in a moment, you'll get to what I mean about the way it feels and the way it senses. But before you can even brake, what else do you need to do? Imagine you're driving down the road at 30 or 20, 30, whatever.
So you need to be looking in your mirrors?
Yeah. So which 2 mirrors would you do?
Well, definitely the middle one.
That's it.
But here, surely I can see more out of that one than this one, because this is on a curve.
That's it. Generally you do middle left mirror to pull up on the left, middle right mirror to pull up on the right. It doesn't really matter. The thing is, you must do what we call take effective observation. No one cares if you look in that one and that one. If you see something, it's no good looking in that one and that one and you miss something. That's not as good. So as long as you see what's going on behind you, it doesn't matter. You don't need your blind spot when you pull up. Some people do the blind spot, you don't need to. So we're going to drive down the road and do mirror, mirror. What would you do next if someone's behind you or in front of you?
Someone's behind me.
But when you're going to turn, what do you need to do? Just tell them.
We signal.
Yep, so it's standing on mirror, signal, manoeuvre. So do mirror, signal. For the moment, if you wanted to signal left every time, it's safer, because if you do brake a little bit erratically or whatever, you may not, but if you do, people know you're going to stop. So for the moment, I recommend always signal when you pull up, just for now. But you don't have to if no one's around, that's fine. So you do mirror, signal, you steer towards the curb a little bit. Now, the distance from the curb now is really good. Do you remember last time, I think we mentioned how you can tell where the curb is? I think we did it once.
It was to do with the shape of this part on the top of your car.
That's it, that kind of black dot. Do you remember saying about the black dot? I think we mentioned the black dot.
Yeah.
Where the curb is now, how close to the dot is the curb?
About an inch.
That's it. So it should be about there. If the curb's getting more closer to the dome, closer over to the dome, more to the right, that's not good. So when you pull over, the curb should be about here-ish. Sort of, whether you can't stop, but we're about there. So the curb is kind of in the far left of your windscreen. When you're driving, you pull over, it comes over and over and over, and you want it to be about there. What makes braking quite hard is that you've got to brake as and when you need to. It may be normally you do mirror, signal, steer, then you brake. But if you're going fast, you can't pull up towards the curb doing 30 then brake, it's too fast. You've got to brake as and when you need to. This is why braking is so hard, because I can't say do it now or then. It's whenever you need to do it. So when you learn to drive, there's only 3 things you ever learn, which is moving off, stopping and steering. If you can do all those 3 things, you can do anything. So we've already done moving off, now we're doing the stopping. Just saying, this can sound an easy thing, you think, well, stopping's easy, but stopping can take hours and hours to fully get used to. If not, great, I'll save loads of time. But normally it takes a few hours at least to get used to it, with all the different kinds of things you can do.
Because I didn't even know there was more than one type. I thought it was always just clutch and brake.
No,
so
it's all brake, clutch. Clutch brake you can do, but it's quite a lazy way of doing it. The problem that is, because I did that when I passed my test, and your brakes wear down in no time, because you're doing just the brakes on the road, not the clutch helping. Clutch down, brake, it's struggling, the brakes are clamped on, struggling, and your brakes will wear down quite quickly. Okay. But overall, the overall thing is you got to stop. It doesn't really matter for now if you wear the brakes down, because you're not really bothered about that. For the moment, you're more bothered about actual stopping and getting a feel for it. So to recap on that, because there's a lot to go over, I'll talk through all this as you do it. It's going to be mirrors, middle and left, signal every time. Just be careful you don't signal then go past the side road. So there's a little road on the left there, you have to be careful of that. And then brake a little bit, clutch down, steer. But you'll see when you do it, it's easier to actually do so far and then to try and describe it all, because it gets very complicated. Final thing is how much you need to brake. So try not pressing the brake pedal down all the way, and just come off a little bit. That's roughly how much you need to brake. So it's just like, imagine you put it right down again all the way. That's like a full-on emergency stop. So you lift it about half a centimetre up. About there, which is roughly how much you need. You feel like a squeeze, so you kind of squeeze it down and squeeze it up. But just have a few pumps now, just kind of get used to the feel of it. Because it doesn't go down very far. And like the gas pedal goes down quite a way and the clutch goes down quite a way. So that's pretty good. Let's go and put that into practice out, because theory is great, but you've got to actually practice it as well. So we're not going to go too far, we're only going to get to first and second gear now as well. So the moving off is up to you, the gears are up to you, the braking is also up to you, but I'm going to talk you through it.
Okay.
Oh, it's snowing again, yeah, so we're going to move off again. We're going to pull up on the left just after where that person's walking, where the side road is, but after the side road.
Okay.
So that's a lot to remember, I know, but I'll go over all that on the move because it's lots to take in. So first of all, let's get moving and then we'll talk about that.
So clutch in, first gear, biting point.
Which other method could you do moving off?
So we're a little bit downhill.
So does it matter or not which one you do? Is there any big advantage or disadvantage of either?
I'm not sure.
No, so it doesn't really matter. So the thing is, when you drive, there isn't a certain way of doing this. There's that dog again. That same dog.
Yeah.
That's not lady song. There isn't a certain way of doing this and that. You don't have to do downhill. When you're on a test, for example, they're not thinking if you're doing downhill, if you're doing flat. They don't care. As long as it's safe, it's good.
Okay. So alright, I'm going to do.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. It's not freestyle. Any method, as long as it works. As long as you don't do uphill, because then you'd be flying down. But anyway, so let's give that a go.
Okay. So, biting point podcast. Let's look here.
Yeah, that's good. What made you choose to indicate it? I'm not saying it's wrong or right, but what made you decide to indicate it?
I was just following the order in my head,
yeah,
but...
That's fine, that's fine. There's kids around and thinking, that man, the kid, whatever, so that's fine. So let's get the gears whenever you can.
So I should be changing now, shouldn't I? Oh, I looked.
That's it, that's fine. That's it. We'll go a little bit further on, we'll pull up on a different road, because this one, there isn't much room with that car there. So we'll carry on for a little bit. We're going to take the same road on left that we did before, and then we'll pull up on that road somewhere. This is fine as well, that van. That's good. That distance is really good. I don't know how it looks to you there, but that's fine. You've got a good distance there either side.
Yeah, it looks.
You may feel a bit closer over. So, second road on the left. This is like braking. I mean, we're not going to brake much, but imagine we are. So we do the 2 mirrors, middle and left.
So we're braking, sorry.
Just a signal left about now. So left signal goes on. That's it. You probably don't need to brake, that'll be okay. No. But that's like when you brake, it's the same kind of order. No signal's fine, that'll come off on its own. So that's big steering. That's good. And the signal will come off in a bit when you come round. That's good. So we're going to pull up on the left just after the black car by the bus stop. Now this one you're going up a hill, so you won't need much braking at all. The hill will do the braking for you. So is anyone behind us?
No.
No. So you probably won't need to indicate, but we will because this police ambulance could move off. So we sit left, that's good. No pedals at all, so the hill's doing the work. Clutch down, let it roll. Steering, that's good. And soft, smooth braking about now. And then both feet stay down, and then before your feet come off, that's good. Handbrake and neutral. That's good. So on that one, we did clutch first, we let the hill do the work. There's no danger, we looked behind, no one was there, we signalled anyway if someone had to come up the road. Of course, if someone's behind you, you wouldn't just clutch down and pull up, because they wouldn't know you're going to pull over. So as long as you've given some kind of signal, people often say you have to brake to pull over, but you don't, because if you're signalling left, you're saying I'm pulling over, they know you're going to pull over. People aren't that daft that they've got to see bright lights to know you're pulling over, you can tell by what you're doing. Right, so that's really good, so we're going to try that again, we're going to go round and round the block, try as much braking as we can. And we'll try and squeeze in more left turns in more detail later on, but the main thing for today is the braking and the gears, as I said.
Okay.
Right, so moving off is up to you.
So we're at a bit of an uphill, so it's going to be a bit harder than normal.
That's good.
Not that hard. There.
The gas is good, but what's missing a bit?
They need to come off the clutch.
That's
more.
it.
The braking point.
That's not biting one,
Biting.
that's it, that's good. So that's good, but that's very high, so just down a touch on the clutch. That's it, but a little bit more. So it's all, that's good about it, it's all halfway between the two.
Oh yeah,
So
that's
it's pulling,
good.
but it's not growling too loud.
Okay.
So yeah, this is up to you. Just clutch down the touch, going down. So the clutch is a little bit too high. What do you need before you go as well? That's good.
Yeah.
That's it. With them cars around, definitely need that. That's good. That's great. So the signal comes off.
And now I want to change gears.
Just push quite loud though, so you push hard. That's good, so this will compensate for the hill.
Okay,
That's good.
so-
And then, did you look down or not?
Yes.
Yeah, so, no, just saying,
Sorry,
check.
yeah.
So it's only a quick look, but try and keep looking straight on. I'll help you out later on, next time we do it. So it's going to follow the road around like before. Get no signals because no one's around, no one's going to care. Now there was a car coming the other way, so we can signal left around now. That's good. So we're going to pull up on the left just before the black car, somewhere there. Okay, so once our signals come off, the mirrors, middle on there.
No, not
So
good.
signal left anyway if you want, just to be safe, because it did bend. Clutch down, let it roll a little bit, very light braking. That's good, and then that's good, and yeah, that's good there. Yeah, so we didn't have to indicate, but I thought we would just in case anyone comes around the bend, because you can't start far ahead.
Yeah.
One little thing is when you start the signal off, be careful there. Do you notice what happened when you took the signal off? After you pulled up, you knocked it off. What happened?
I'm not sure, sorry.
It just flashed 3 times to the right, because if you
Oh,
go
I
like that,
did.
if you knock it up a little bit, it goes 3 times right. It looks like you're trying to pull away. So it's a bit like the gear stick when you get to 30, it has to kind of just fall away like that. So it falls away from your finger. It's not a major problem there, it's just sometimes people might misread that and think you're pulling over, or think you're pulling off on me. So why did you brake in that? What was the point of doing that? When you did clutch first, what did that do?
So we did clutch first because we're going uphill.
Yep.
So we don't, because the hill's doing most of the
Yep.
work, we don't want to brake too hard.
Yeah, that's it. Now I know this road is a limit of 30 speed. Imagine if you're doing 70 on a road like this and it was a 70 road. That wouldn't apply, of course. If you're doing 70, you go clutch down, you've got so much momentum, you're not going to slow down enough. So sometimes you do brake up a hill, but you wouldn't normally be doing 70 up a hill like this, otherwise you'd be doing something wrong. But yeah, so next one we'll do, we're actually going to go down the hill. So how are you going to brake going down the hill?
We don't want to put our foot on the clutch
That's it.
at all. We just want to brake. Well, we do,
Yep.
but we brake first,
Yep.
and then we put our foot on the clutch to
That's
brake
it.
a bit more.
That's good. So this is hard to explain because you need to hear it, but it's when it sounds a bit like no, like that. that's when the clutch goes down. When you hear the revving, you kind of kill the revs, so you brake and kill the revs, down, down, down. When it's like that, just before this, clutch down. But it doesn't matter that much. It's better to do brake, clutch, then go brake, 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 stall, and then you're in more trouble because you're stalling in the middle of the road. So it is correct, that's brake, clutch, but don't worry about it too much. If you use all brake, clutch a second or two later is fine. It's only bad if you go clutch brake every time, because that's that's what habit to get into. So, how much of the braking could you do on your own, do you think? I know we haven't done much of it.
I feel about okay braking on sort of when we're going slower.
Yeah.
And like this was okay.
Yeah.
I think. Downhill brake I've not done before.
Yeah, so I'll talk through that. The thing about the gear I'll help you with is when you're changing, to avoid looking down, just try and focus on something, like pick a parked car or a bus or whatever, and just focus on that as you're changing the gear, so then you're not tempted to look down.
Okay.
But that isn't, again, it's not, you're not really causing any trouble with that, you're not swerving, which says it can be a bad habit later on. If you get rid of it now, it's easier than letting it develop, and then later on it's hard to get rid of. Right, so, yeah, it is a bit awkward the weather as well, it's a bit unpleasant today. It's kind of muggy, but that can make a difference. Right, so if you want to move off whenever it's good. This is a particularly nasty bend because, do you think you could get two cars past those parked cars?
No,
so,
just one.
Two cars you could, but not a bus. So if you get a car the other way, that would be fine to go past. It doesn't look like no, but you could get through. Because when you get there, it gets a bit wide. It doesn't get wide. It looks narrower than it is. So yeah, you can get 2-3 if a car comes down. If a bus comes down, we'll go through that. But yeah, okay. Let's give that a go. So what's going on here?
Sorry, what did I do? Not enough.
That's it. So signal comes off there.
Sorry.
And then hammer goes on. And then back to neutral. Yeah, so not enough what?
Not enough gas. So I rolled backwards.
Not the gas, what else? Because the gas went up, but what will?
I came off the clutch too quick.
So your clutch wasn't down, it was too far down, it was too low down. Because when your clutch came out, for demonstrates one, your clutch, it was good, but it went down to about there. So kind of you got no power. So your clutch must be pulling about there. Not too loud, not kind of revving and roaring, but that pull like that. And then when you hear that dip, is that a bike? I've got a box. When you hear that dip kind of go down, we feel the car dip down like that, hammer comes off, and that shouldn't ever roll back. It's smoothed away.
Okay.
So if your clutch is a little bit low, but this is a big hill. We did this thing once before this one, but it's quite a severe hill compared to the other ones we did earlier. Okay, so let's go right again. So we get the clutch down into 1, and then the gas is important, but it's the clutch that gives it the power. The gas gives it the power. The clutch sets the power. Okay. So clutch pretty high. That's better, because it's pulling but it's not yanking away.
Okay.
That's good, that's it. That's fine. It feels like a bit of a pull, but that's okay, that's actually pretty good because that pulls away nicely there. And there's that car we're talking about, so...
Okay, it does, yeah, it happens.
So keep focused in the head.
Alright, and...
That's good. That's it. And then next road on left, so just like putting over, just want to curve a little bit. So do mirrors, signal, just a bit about it, no clutch brake on its own. A bit more braking.
Oh, braking.
Braking. Just turning around a bit. I'm just going back a little bit.
I didn't brake.
That's all. We'll turn back around. I didn't give you much warning out on there, but when you turn that one, we might back a little bit. So straight down the road now.
Okay, sorry.
And then if that car behind turns off, maybe. No, he hasn't. So I'm going to try a bit of braking in a moment, but that car is still behind. Just try braking a little bit now, but not too much. Just a little bit of brake so you got like a feel for the braking. That's it, but then brake off roll. Because the thing is, well, you don't just brake to pull over, you can brake to slow down. So that car is still behind us.
Yeah.
Yep, it might turn off here, let's see. Nope, so we can't turn off. So we'll carry on for a little bit down the road. But we'll be pulling up on the left, somewhere just past the bus stop on the left hand side. So is that car still behind?
Yeah.
Yep,
so
that's
we're doing
good.
a signal.
That's it. So just the brake on its own. That's it, bit more. That's good. And then clutch about, no, that's good, that's it. Then brake off a little bit. See if you keep braking out, like a sudden job. And then handbrake goes on. Zip, and then neutral.
Okay.
That's it. The signal isn't a mad thing because you're going for the signal quite early, but you don't need that. The signal doesn't matter. If you want your can leave it on like that, it doesn't matter. That can just stay on. So handbrake, neutral, and then that kind of falls off.
Okay.
Because the signal's not the most important thing, it's probably the least important thing. That was good, it's just getting used to it. You notice the brake was a little bit hard. It's because we're doing it the other way around now. So if you do brake, clutch down, but what happens is when your clutch went down, I think your brake went down as well. Because it's natural for your feet to move together to begin with. So you kind of went brake and then clutch brake like that.
Okay.
So you want to go brake, that stays still, clutch down, then maybe a tiny bit more brake, and then you stop dead. That's pretty good. It's very hard to get it really smooth to begin with. It takes a lot of practice. One tip on that is, just going to roll down the road a little bit. You don't have to always just brake and stop. What you can do is you can just go like brake, I think it's a little bit hard, brake off, roll, brake again. Like that. So you can sort of come on and off, you can sort of what you call play with the brake. You might think now I don't want to pull up here, there's a driveway or whatever. So you go brake off, roll, creep, roll, steer left a little bit, and then I can brake again. I'm just going to get a little bit closer in. So it's on now, I could go do brake off, roll, brake back on. You don't always do that, but you can if you need to. You can kind of roll off and roll away. Okay. And then what do we do now?
So I want to.
Yep, that's good. That's it. Yep, that's fine now. Well then, so we're going to move off down the road again now. First, second, not too bothered about third for now, just because we're not going to go too far. We're going to take the road on the left. The thing is, when you get to the road on the left, the one we did before, the same road, we keep the route the same, by the way, so you don't have to remember the route too much. I mean, you don't have to think about the route too much. It's easier to remember it. You have to brake a little bit for the corner, but we won't be coming down the gear. So because you'll already been second, you just brake, then come off the brake and take the bend.
Okay.
So you don't have to do clutch down. What's the purpose of the clutch going down when you pull over? Not when you're normally braking.
Will it make it softer?
Yep, it's kind of braking, but you're going below, not second. So normally you do clutch down, stop, because you're going below what second can do. When you're turning left, you're not doing that. You're just braking from like 20 down to maybe 10 and staying in the same gear. So your clutch only goes down when you pull over if you're actually going to stop dead. Because we're not stopping dead, you're just going to be brake off and take the corner.
Okay.
Well, then, let's go and give that a go. So, again, the moving off is up to you. What's that noise?
So the bike they've got.
Yeah.
There? Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. This isn't helping.
Yeah. So, can we go around these two strange looking people? Shoelace and yeah, that's good. That's great. Yeah, that's good. That's good awareness though, because you notice there's people there. Strange I could hear the bike, but I couldn't. Sound like a different bike. Okay, so second maneuver, that's good. That's it. So straight on down, just imagine now that a bus comes flying out from the right. Just try braking with no clutch. So it's braking, put it more, a bit more, that's good. And then brake off and roll, that's good. So when you turn the corner, that's the kind of thing you do.
Okay.
You just kind of brake a little bit and then you come off and go.
It's actually a bit nicer, I think, than the clutch being down.
That's it. It's harder to pull up than it is just to brake. So second left again. So we do mirrors.
So is it signal in a minute?
That's it. When's going to be good?
Maybe now?
That's good. So just a bit of brake but not much. That's good. And then nothing at all. And when you go in the bend, the signal doesn't matter, so that'll come off on its own. Yeah, that click behind the wheel, that's when the signals know you turned. The steering's good as well, we're not bothered about that for now, that comes in more next time with the turning. We are doing turns now, but that'll come in more next time. So we're going to pull up on the left just after that black car.
Okay.
So is anyone behind us?
No.
No, but that Jeep will be in a moment, so
signal
left now, that's
anyway.
good. And then, that's it, no pedals at all. Which pedal next?
Brake a little bit.
That's good. That's it. That's it. Yeah, that's good. That signal's better as well because that was a nice clean takeoff. So it doesn't really matter because that one you did brake up a hill which you said before you don't want to do, but you can, it doesn't matter. If you do brake, clutch, brake, or even together, it doesn't matter. As long as you stop effectively, that's what matters. So we're not really bothered about the methods you use. It's just you must understand for later on, probably next lesson you'll see more about this. When you start going down massive hills, because we haven't had a massive hill today, apart from this one going up, when you go down them, if you get the order wrong, you'll feel horrible. Okay. But that was good.
I braked. I tapped it a little bit and then I thought, actually, no, I shouldn't brake here. And then
that's good. That doesn't matter. So it's all clutch down, brake, clutch. Okay, as long as you stop is the main thing. There are some hazards around it on the bike, so watch out for all those things. So, what do you want to go over the most we've done so far?
Braking, I think.
Yeah, what about the braking?
I always thought it was clutch and brake, so that's
that is hard to get out of your head. Yeah. It's also sounding like if you do private practice with your parents or whoever. It's not that you shouldn't listen to them, but if they say that's wrong, it's not, because a lot of people say, oh, you've got to go clutch brake all the time. You don't. You do often do brake, and then clutch down, and then bike again. Yeah, is it coming up?
Yeah, my previous instructor said always clutch down brake, so that's why I'm confused.
You can do that, but the thing is it doesn't always work, because where you would have been before, it might have been flat, I don't know, so it might have been clutch down brake, I don't know. But normally, you just sort of brake a little bit and clutch down.
Yeah.
There are 3 ways, of course, you can do brake, clutch, brake all together. If you do them together, that counts as clutch first, because you are doing the clutch, straight away. So there are only, although it seems there are 3 ways, there's only really 2. So it's clutch brake together counts the same as clutch down and then brake. Just be clear on that. So we'll try more in a bit. I'm just thinking if we can go down the road, because there are other places we can go, not just around the same loop. We can go do some more hills, but for the moment the little loop's pretty good. So let's carry on. So moving off against up to you is all up to you, apart from the braking I'll help with, but the rest is all up to you.
Okay.
And there's one more new thing I'm going to do today in a bit, and then we'll finish there, which is really putting everything we've done today together in one big kind of lump. But to begin with, let's carry on up the road. So if you can work this one out like the hill, because you had a little bit of trouble before on the hill.
Yeah.
See if you can get that clutch good.
Is it there? I think.
That's a little bit low because you get a little bit higher. That's the drone you want to sound. So drones, you feel the pull. You could have it a little bit high still, like that's still like that, so it pulls a bit harder. All these sounds you get used to, the sound of this car, it becomes something you get used to. Good. So any need to indicate now or not?
No.
No, so that's not bother. Although now the car's a bit. So that's how quick it can change, but they weren't even looking probably anyway, they were sort of going around the bend, not sticking, so that's fine. Oh, that bloke's looking, that's good.
So I want to.
That's good. So, just got to leave that a little bit later.
Yeah.
So roundabout, we're going to go ahead in the first exit. Because that taxi was flying up behind us then, so we'll leave a little bit later, kind of build, and then change them. So is it worth signalling?
There's no one behind me.
What about that car?
What car?
Yeah, that car then. So it says,
this
that one's fine, that's it. And then straight on, we're good. Okay, we know we're looking this just for now, but it just gets you thinking about about what's going on around you. So this one up for you, fine with 2 cars, with a bus stop brake a little bit, but let's just see. No, we're good. So we're going to go next road on the left.
Should I be changing gear now?
Not now, just because of the corner. Normally you would, but for now it's good to stay to. Because we haven't done coming down again, that's the next thing to do.
So I want to brake a little bit.
Mirrors. That's it. Signal. No brake's fine because the speed's good. Because you already braked a little bit, that's good. That's great. This is the thing about it, there is no set order you must do things in. So like mirror signal manoeuvre is good, but you don't have to necessarily brake just because you're turning. You brake if you need to, you don't always have to. I don't know, can you see far enough ahead to get third or not? Can you see far enough ahead to get third or not? No, so kind of braking a touch. Braking. That's it. Always your right foot, no left. Because that's because you braked with your left foot, man.
Why? I've never done that before, that's strange.
If you can't see, sort of braking a bit until you can see, and then you go. So let me know when third would become good.
still
So
aren't we?
that's fine. If you see enough, it's sound balance, let's change up. Because it's good enough for review to change up. That's good. So I had to clutch that a little bit quick. It's got to be very soft on it, no gas. A little bit of braking, everything, so it's braking. Right foot, braking. That's it, bit more. That's it. And then brake off roll, that's it. Just to get a feel for the brake. When you're going faster, it's actually easier to brake because you get more of a feel for it. When you're going slow, you can't brake much, otherwise you stop dead. So this car should be fine to go around. Yeah, that's good. So we're going to take the same road on the left. So we do the mirror, signal. I'm just going to brake come down to seconds. We haven't been over the downward gear changes yet, but we'll go over that in a bit. So down to 2, and then round you go. That's the last topic to do today, is about coming down the gears. So on this road, let me know when third, if third, would be appropriate.
So am I in 1 now?
No, we're back in second.
We're in 2, okay. So now,
Yeah,
I think.
that's good. Yeah, that's good. Now in a moment, if no one appears, that car should hopefully go before us. No, we didn't. So I'll do this for you. I was going to try and hopefully come down in a second, but I don't want to risk that with the car behind. So if you do no gas just for now,
Yep.
I'm just going to come down in a second, and then we'll do no pedals at all, so that blue car's got time to come round. I think it's going the other way, yeah. So a little bit of gas, and just follow the roundabout round. So there is a car behind now, so just keep really far left as you are, that's good. And then we signal left about now. That's it. That's good. We'll actually turn left into this road here for a change. So
stay left.
yep, that's good. No pedals at all, just in case someone comes around the parked car. If it does, you clutch down and brake. But no, we're good. I'm going to pull up just further on, just after that side road on the left there. So would there be any need to indicate at the moment?
No, because we've got no one behind us.
The engine speed's very low, it's very quiet, so which pedal would you do first?
We'll clutch first.
Yeah, that's it. So clutch then brake, just around here is good. That's it. Way back from that car, way back, stop. That's it. Just say no in our black idle, that's good. And then
Handbrake first and then neutral.
that's good, that's it. Yep, so it doesn't matter about the order, but why did the clutch go down first? Why was that probably better?
Because we were going a bit slower, so we need the clutch.
Yep,
first.
so if you brake, what would happen? If you go low speed and you brake?
Oh, it's going to be very sudden,
Yep,
isn't
that's
it?
it, kind of bang. So, what Liberty mentioned is where to pull up. So why is this a good place to pull up, or is this a good place to pull up?
It's probably the best place along here because you've got the car there, and then you've got a road in front of us coming off to the left, and a road behind us coming off to the
That's
left.
good. So you wouldn't leave it here, but it's okay to pull over, so that's pretty good. So where would be safe, like on a road, what is you looking for? You mentioned quite a few there, but what did you don't want to do when you pull up?
You don't want to be in front or like on a bend or in front of someone's drive or too close to another car so
That's a good one,
so that you can't, another car couldn't get round.
That's it. What is it you must be able to get through? There's one kind of vehicle that, what's the biggest vehicle that you could get on the road?
A lorry
Yep.
or a bus.
That's it. Now I know you wouldn't get a bus down here probably, but you're leaving enough room so a bus could get through. So if a bus had to move through, say if it was on a diversion or whatever, they could get past you. What kind of vehicle has to get through though? There's one like
The ambulance.
yeah. What's bigger than an ambulance? Still an emergency vehicle, but bigger.
The fire trucks.
So fire engine's the main one. The bus could always, if they really had to, go another way. But fire engine has to get there. I mean, they could go another way, but some could have died by then. So you always leave room so fire engine could get through. This is an awful lot you saw there. Those two cars are not anywhere near crashing. So not brilliant, but not terrible. It depends on how busy the road is as well. Like you wouldn't park on the main road on the bend, you'd be causing mayhem. But the black one there is always there every day. Never really moves. And it's not that bad because you can see fairly well around the bend. So next time we pull over, we're going to choose somewhere safe because up to now we've said pretty much anywhere. Anywhere is good, but it's going to be somewhere safe. So not by driveway, like I said, not blocking the road. How close to a junction can you be? Because this could be on your theory quite often. There's a certain number of metres you've got to be back from a junction.
I don't know.
So there's at least 10. I mean that black one isn't 10, so that should be a little bit further this way if anything.
Okay.
But that's for the reason we mentioned about, like, cars, fire engines, whatever, getting around each other. Yeah, so let's turn off just for a little bit and I'll go over the next thing as well, because this kind of goes hand in hand. That's good. So, next thing to do is, we've done moving off, we've done the gears going up, we've done braking. What's the final thing we said that we do, apart from turning?
Moving down gears.
Yep. So coming down the gears is a little bit harder than going up, because generally you go up in order, but you don't normally go down in order. It could be any order. So I'm going to draw a diagram now. This can sometimes confuse things, but I like to draw this to show people what I mean. This is just something to keep in mind for when you're doing it. So this is a rough idea because it doesn't always work exactly like this. That's the gear down the bottom, well on the bottom, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and the speed 0, 10, 20, 30, roughly up there. Now each gear goes roughly 10 miles an hour, just like that. And in reality it doesn't, but for now that's a good way of thinking about it. So the white zones are where the gear couldn't work anymore. That would be too high, too much for it. That's too low, too slow for it. So you always want the revs to be as low as you can. So if you're driving down the road at say 30 miles an hour and you're in third, the rev's going to be quite high because you're at the top. What the gear can do is kind of pushing and pushing quite fast. So if you can down to second, what speed must you be doing before you can down to second based on this? Like what's the kind of range of second?
So between 10 and 20.
Yep, that's it. And the lower the speed, the better, because the lower it is on that gear, the better connection you'll get.
Yeah.
If you connect it too high, you kind of jumps, because you kind of connecting the top end of the gear, kind of jumps, because you can't handle that. So the idea is, what you got to do in a moment, this can seem really confusing, that's because it is confusing. You've got to get the speed up, brake, and then choose the gear for that speed. So for the moment, when you're going to do third down to second, it's going to build up to about 25, 30-ish, around there. But you must slow down to about what speed before you come down to second?
20.
Yep, what's even better?
So
What's the lowest
maybe
speed
a
can
bit
do?
lower than that.
Yep, what's the lowest second can do?
10.
Yep, so about 10. So you want to brake from 25-ish down to 10 and then engage second gear. The point of all this is, and this is quite confusing, is you don't just come down the gears because you can't just go 3 down to 2. What would you have had to have done before? What's going to make you have to come down the gears? So when you speed up, that makes you go up. So what makes you have to come down?
Slowing down.
Yep, so you must slow down, then you come down to 2. Loads of people get it wrong because they go 3, I need 2, 2. If you haven't slowed down, you don't need 2. So the gear is the last thing you do. So the point of all this is, you brake, 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 so you're going down, down, down. What's the slowest third can go, roughly, based on this?
Maybe 20-ish.
Yep, so when you get 20, your clutch goes down, you get second, and by the time you do that and the pedals come up, you should be doing what speed?
You should be below 20.
That's it, sort of 10-ish.
Yeah.
That's it. So this is actually easier to do than this to explain on this. But what you do is you kind of go from there, brake, brake, brake. When it gets to the lower end there, clutch down, that comes away. Second, where you connect second, you want to be here, so the gear's as low as it can be. So you do pedals off, and off you go. Again, it's not that hard. I actually made it sound harder than it is, but that's what you do. So you kind of brake, 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 down to 2, speed up, change up, slow down, change down. That's the easy way of thinking about it. A lot of people just kind of come down to 1 and even slow down. So you got to build up, change up, slow down, change down. So what I'm going to do in a moment is at the end of this road, we're going to build up to third, then slow down second, speed up third, slow down second, speed up third, slow down second. When would you need to do that, do you think? When would you be going along the road in third or fourth and have to come down to 2?
If you're going to change... If you're going to turn.
Yep, that's it. So if you're sitting on that road, you have to do mirror, signal, brake, 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 down to 2, pedals off, and off you go. So let's give that a go. This will come in more next time, but this is just a brief kind of glimpse of what we do next time. Okay, so moving off up to again. The end of this road is going to be quite a good test actually. I'm just going to draw one little thing here. Again, this doesn't really matter how this goes, but at the end of the road, you're going to have the lines like this. This is all stuff we'll come back to next time. I want you to see at the end of this road if you can stop with your car facing left. So your tyres are just before those lines, about there.
Okay.
So, because before we've done braking, but now we're doing about how much to brake. Like how much do you need to brake to stop there, how much you need to brake to come down the gear. So again, like the different amounts of braking. Again, this will benefit you later on, because you can seem quite tedious doing this, but later on you'll see the benefits of doing this now. Hopefully anyway. Right, so let's go.
Okay.
Right, so most of it's up to you, but I will talk through the braking a bit because we haven't done that before much.
Okay.
That's good you resisted signalling there.
I always want
This is-
to, but
just Just talking about test briefly, it doesn't really matter, but if you're keeping the car when no one's around, the examiner's thinking, why are you keeping the car? Because no one's around. So if it shows them you're aware that no one's around.
Okay.
Sometimes not doing something is the best way of showing you understand things. Because you think, well, I don't have to do that.
So can I change?
Yeah,
up
that's
here?
good. That's it. So the point of this one, that's the junction I was talking about. I want you to stop with your tyres just before the line. So I'll help a little bit with talking through. So we do mirror signal, that's good. Braking a touch. Braking, clutch down all the way. Steering a lot, and just braking more. That's good. That's it, that's good. And then when you stop, try not to turn your wheel back, because otherwise you will go back.
Okay.
So the signal goes back on. And which gear do you need now?
First.
Yep, that's it. And then is anyone around anywhere?
Yeah, this
Yep,
car.
that's good. So after them, well, these two, can we go? This is what I meant before about, we haven't done left turns as a topic, but you already know everything you need to know to be able to do it. So can we go?
Yes, I
Yep,
think.
that's good. So we just gas.
Yeah.
And then clutch. That's it. Not too quick, does it? That's
Sorry.
a big turn. That's good. And then a big turn
That
back.
was bad.
That's it. That's good. And then back on the gas. I helped with the pedals a little bit there, but don't worry about that. So let's change it to 2. Okay, we haven't been out there yet, so it doesn't matter. That's just to test how you do on that. So in a moment, we're going to get 3rd. Let's try the band now.
Maybe, yeah.
That's good. So I was going to say, that's good. Now we're going to practice coming down to 2, so start braking a little bit. So we're braking. Let the speaker right down before we change. That's good. And then clutch down 2, keep braking and braking.
Oh, no, that's it.
Braking. Then your pedals come off, that's the thing. That's good. So both pedals come off. And off you go. That's good. Okay, we haven't gone over this in full detail. I'm just seeing how you do on this before. That's good. The point is there, I forgot to mention this side about, you must keep braking throughout the gear change. So your brake goes on, the gear change, then you come off the pedals together. So let's try 3rd about now. So clutch down.
Oh, clutch.
That's it. This is only about it gets a lot to remember. This stage, it starts getting a lot. So we won't do it just yet, but in a moment when the brake will go down to 2nd, just before that turn that we did before.
So nothing on the pedals.
That's it.
Okay. So,
We can actually come down here much earlier than we need to. So we start braking about now.
okay, so keep braking.
That's it. Keep braking through. That's good. So keep braking, clutch down, keep braking. Both off together, smooth. So very smooth. It's got to be very, very slow.
Is that the clutch coming on
That's
too
it.
quick?
That's good. So if we go next road on left. Yeah, that's the right thing about getting the speed right down low, then coming down to 2. Good. We'll go over that in a second. This is very complicated to go over. That's good. Yeah, so it's a mixture of your car was a little bit fast, not too bad, but a little bit fast, but the clutch came on much too quick. So if we did no gas at all now, except so we can because our car's turning. I thought that car was going to come down and stop us.
Okay,
So
keep
back
going.
on the gas, that's good.
Yeah.
Let's try getting to 3rd quite soon.
Just to
Nice and wide.
3rd.
That's it. So clutch down 3. That's good. Now for the roundabout, we're going to come back to 2nd, but you won't need to brake because the hill does that for us.
Okay.
So no one's behind, so we do no gas, clutch down into 2nd, and clutch softly smooth it back up, really smooth. That's better, that's it. And just follow the car around. The bus is moving off there, so no gas at all. Okay, this just gives you time by the car cruising. When you do that, I'm not pressing the pedals out, just so I know that's just you coming off the gas and the car cruises. So we'll definitely indicate left because there's quite a few things going on. That's good. Okay,
So
and
go
then
left.
straight on. So that was good because it held you to slow down for us. So you must slow down, then come down to 2, but you don't have to necessarily brake and slow down.
So I want to change here, but there's
Not just that would be
lot
good. Because
of-
imagine if
yeah,
you did,
the
yeah, that would
cars.
be awkward. That's it.
are in the way.
What made you want to change it?
The noise, but
Yep.
the cars were in the way, and then
That's it.
yeah.
The noise is good, but yeah, the safety comes first. So
Okay.
you can forget the noise behind there's a man. So next left. Like now, it's noisy, but we don't need to change because we don't need it. That's good. That's great. Okay, I'm not mentioning much about turning because that comes in next time, but you didn't know well. That's good. So on this road, let's try getting 3rd about now because the view is pretty decent as well. That's it. Now I'm going to practice braking and coming down to 2. The key thing is get the car as slow as you can before you get 2nd. So braking, still good, that's better. And then clutch down 2, pedal slowly off, really slow. That's better, that's good. The slower you lift it, the better. So you slow, crawl it up. That's really good.
Okay.
It should take a few seconds to come up big, and that just takes a bit of practice. So let's try third again now.
Okay, sorry. That's what I missed.
So try and brake now, come down to 2, but get very low speed before you do the gear. So braking, no one around behind. So braking. But leave the clutch quite late, so braking, that's better. Braking. Very slow on the clutch, crawling up, that's better, that's it. That's good. If you want to pull us up and just stop there, just after the slow sign on the floor.
Okay.
I won't say how, this one's up to you. Just way before that road. That's good, because you remember the clutch, because it's easy there to forget the clutch. That's good. That's it.
Oops.
That's good.
Sorry.
That's it. That's right. Now, the thing about the brake is, if I tell you every single thing in one go, it's hard to remember everything. So there is an element of do it, try it, get a bit wrong, fix it up. You can't do every single thing in one go. So you kind of brake like that. You go clutch down 2. If you watch my foot there, watch your pedal, whichever one you can see better. Your foot comes up on the clutch after you've changed gear about this kind of speed. So smooth, like that lift, like that, and that kind of gas.
Smooth, like
That's
that.
it. But this is the thing, it depends on how fast you're going. So if your car's going slower, you can lift it quicker because you've not got much speed. If your car's going quicker, you lift it slower because you've got to get the plates connecting together. Imagine the plate on the left is going really quick, the plate on the right is going really slow. If the fast one grabs the slow one, it yanks you around like that, kind of yanks you around really quick. So you've got to get both the plates going really slow. So you slow right down, you do brake, get the speed really low, down to 2, lift the clutch slow, the 2 plates lock together slowly, and grip like that, and go. It just takes a lot of getting used to. It takes hours and hours of practice to this. You can't just learn how to do it and do it straight away. Especially these kids doing wheelies all over the road. So yeah, anything in particular you want to go over, because the last 5 or 10 minutes or so we're just going to go around and try things we've already done. But at least when you change the gear, what was you forgetting a few times?
The clutch first, yeah.
That's just because we've done so much stuff, it starts to get kind of bogged down. So yeah, it's just all clutch down 3, that's good. And then braking. What do you think would happen if you're slowing down with the brake, you start to change down the gear, and you come off the brake? What's going to happen to your speed if you come off the brake?
Are you going to pick up speed again?
That's it,
yeah.
which is not what you want because you're slowing down. That's what happened on the first one, it's because I forgot, sorry, that's all. But normally you do brake, clutch down, keep braking, keep your speed low, 2, off, and go. Because if you do brake, off, change, you're regaining all the speed. You may not be, depending on the road. Running, so
yeah.
We're going to go around, we're going to try and do the up and down gear changes again. Just going to try some of those, and then we'll finish off there today. And next time we'll carry on with this and do some left turns. We've already done left turns a little bit anyway, so we'll be carrying on from there. Okay, so moving off again, it's up to you.
So I think maybe we're a bit downhill, so maybe I should be doing this one instead this time, and then looking. There's no one there.
That's good.
So it's fine. And then I can slowly come off the brake.
That's good. What do you need to indicate now?
Because this one
that's
this
it.
car.
So sometimes it can change as you're doing it. That's good. And then that's good. There was that kid walking down the pavement, but he won't care because he's on his phone looking the other way, so he's not going to be any danger.
Okay. Right, so I should be changing gears.
That's good. Let's try third as well, quite soon. No gas, just third. That's it, because the speed's really good. So we're going to go same left as before. So mirrors.
So I need to brake a bit first.
That's it. So signalling, braking. That's it, keep it about like that. Clutch down second. Keep braking. That's it, keep braking.
Oh, sorry,
That's it.
sorry,
Both
yeah.
goes off. Clutch up slow. Off you go. Because if you go off the brake, you'll regain that speed. This man, is he going to see us? Yep, that's good. That's good. Yeah, it wasn't that bad, but you don't always have to be on the brake all the time. This thing, you brake if your speed will pick up more, which you would there because you're down a slight hill. Not much, but a bit of one.
Okay, I need to work on that, I think.
That takes a lot of coordination though. It's easy when you be driving yours to say, but doing it hard. Like now, sorry, he's going to turn off. I was going to say like now we'll practice, but that car's gone the other way. Let's try pushing and getting third.
Okay.
That's it. So this time, why won't you have to brake when you come down to second?
Because we're on a hill.
Yep, so if you don't just do clutch down second, with no gas, good.
So now.
That's it, clutch down 2. Clutch up smooth. That's good. So that feels fine because the hill does the braking for you. It doesn't brake for you because it slows you down. But, so it's going to follow around. That's good.
I don't know how far I should be.
That's
I
good.
don't know if
For
I'm
the
in
moment we're not
the
bothered
wrong
because
lane.
this is just to get us around the corner.
Okay.
There's no one around, so no danger. That's good. We will be bothered eventually. It's not that it doesn't matter. It's just that for now that's not important. So let's see. Any buses going to come the other way?
So yeah, I want to be in third, but again the cars, so maybe not. Yeah.
That's good. If they did, you would just clutch, brake, stop, or brake, clutch. It doesn't matter. The order not important because the speed's quite low. So next road on left again.
Oh, so I don't want to change again.
That's good. That's good. That's the thing. So what do we do there? That's good.
Mirrors.
That's it.
Mirrors first.
That's it.
Now brake a little
That's
bit.
good.
Okay.
Yeah, there's only been a few times you didn't signal mirror, but it doesn't matter because again for now that's not the main topic. That's good. This is also saying if you practice with your mum whatever, try not to do everything in one go because it's hard if you try and say do this, do that, and you try and do so much in one go, it's hard.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to do roundabouts and crossroads and high streets and everything, it's too much to do. So whenever third will be good, that's up to you.
Okay, so still on a bit of a curve, so I'll do it in a bit, maybe.
That's good.
Maybe here?
Yeah, that's good. Because what is it about the curve that means you can't change?
Sorry. It just means I can't see what's coming up ahead of me, so I don't want to. Maybe I might not want to be going faster.
That's it. But some curves you can, so it's not the curve itself, it's not the fact you can't see. Because you can change on the curve or a bend, whatever. Like now you could get 4, we don't want to be could. It's just so there's no rule saying you can't, it's just that you don't ideally want it. So we're going to go down the road. To finish off, what we're going to do is we're going to take the same road we did before, same direction. But we're going to keep braking as you do the gear change. That's the main thing to get rid of, that kind of problem. With the braking, you want to try and get it as smooth as you can. It's easily said, easy to say and do, but it's all smooth, progressive braking, so it's gradually more and more. So we do mirrors.
Yeah.
Braking.
That's
So
a bit there.
that's all. So braking.
So down change.
That's it. Keep braking. That's good. So clutch down 2. Clutch off slow. That's it. And around you go. See, that time you come off the brake again, but it worked because you braked harder to begin with. If that makes any sense, I'll go with them one a bit. That's good. Because you don't have to keep braking throughout the whole thing if you're going slow enough before you come off the brake. This I'll explain in a sec. So we're going to go further on.
Okay. So I can go into third in a minute.
That's good.
Okay. Oh, there's a car behind.
That's good. That's fine. It's still 12-3. It's good you're aware of that car behind. That's good. Because today we haven't had much traffic, but eventually there'll be loads of traffic. So
do I not signal here?
no,
No?
that's fine.
Okay.
Is that car still there?
Yeah.
Yep, so down to second. Well, even now, so I'm just leave that. So round and round and round. And then we'll start to even now. This is to understand the gear doesn't matter as much as the rest.
Okay.
So it rumbles a bit, doesn't matter, it handles it fine. I'm going to sit off that car behind, and I'm going to pull up just before that black car, so the signal comes off. And then this final
And
pull
now
up is
I'll
up to you.
signal in a minute again.
That's it.
Oh, he's gone.
That's it.
Okay, I'll signal anyway.
There's a bus we keep talking about coming the other way. Rumbling. Okay. That's good.
Clutch. No,
That's it, that's what he's saying, get the clutch down when he rumbles. Okay, and then... No. Yep, that's good. And then... Yep, let's turn off.
Oh, I pressed
You just
it
got
off
to
too
watch
hard,
that,
yeah.
when you do that, just let it fall away, so you go like that. It just falls away for your finger. Others will flash the other way. Right, let's turn off there. So we've covered quite a bit there, so... What about the start off with the gears? What do you make of those? Going up the gears?
I think I've learned quite a lot today. I was quite pleased with it actually.
The first
I
few
think
lessons you learn
okay.
loads because it's like an avalanche of information. It seems too much in one go. But the more into lessons you go, you actually do less per lesson because you learn most of it to begin with.
Yeah.
What do you think of going up? Any problems with that?
Just occasionally towards the end I was forgetting to put the clutch down, but then sometimes, most of the time I remember it, just a couple of times I forgot.
That's good. What about the braking, do you think? Because that's really the main topic today is the braking. That's the biggest one. So what do you think of that?
I think it's okay. Yeah, I quite like the braking. It's more complicated when you're trying to do both at the same time. That's when I find it a bit more tricky.
It is easier just to say clutch down brake, but if I tell you that I'm not doing my job properly, because you'll get through a test even doing that, but then you won't be driving properly. So brake, clutch, brake. So what's the main difference? Just explain that to me.
So when you're at a low speed, you want, like when we were up the hill, or if you're going uphill,
Yep.
and at a low speed, you want to do the clutch first and then the brake, because you can feel it like shaking. But if you're a bit faster, you want to do the braking first and then nearer the end when you're slowing down, the clutch and then the brake.
That's good. What happens if you don't do that well? Either way, if you get it wrong?
If you did just a brake, if you're going slowly and you braked, just brake pedal, no clutch, then you'd stop very suddenly.
That's it.
And the other way around, would you stop? Oh, you would stop too. Like, you wouldn't slow down quick enough.
That's good. Kind of roll. The coming down the gears, I know we didn't do much of. I didn't explain that well, but what you do on that one is you do brake, keep braking, down, just 2, so you're holding the speed steady, and then you come off, like that. What I was explaining just a few moments ago is you don't always, because imagine if you brake too hard by mistake, your foot slips brake hard, you don't want to keep braking because you've already done all, so you might come off the brake, complete the gear change, and do the clutch up. So the main thing is you've got to get the speed down, then do the gear change. How you get the speed down can be different. You can let the hill do the work for you. You can just do no gas, clutch down 2. If no one's around, that's fine. Even if you're signaling, if no one is around, that's okay because they know where you're going. Or you can slow down, and get 2. It's just sometimes normally bad if you go brake, off, 2, you're speeding up again. But yeah, overall that's pretty good. So anything else you want to go over? Anything we've covered or we haven't covered you want to go over?
So maybe, I'm really happy with what we did today. I feel like I learned a lot. But maybe next lesson, so a bit more of the changing down gears.
Yeah, I definitely did that because that's something we just started touching on.
Yeah, and then the like lefts and rights perhaps as well.
That's it. So today, what do you reckon? Let's say the braking, a score out of 10, from 0 to 10. What do you reckon?
If it was braking on its own, I'd say maybe a 7.
Yep.
Or an 8, maybe.
What if it wasn't on its own?
If it's both together, then maybe like a 5.
That's pretty good. So next time we'll aim to get those up, we'll get like a 8 or 10, whatever, 8 or 9. The number isn't really important, it's just you know roughly how you feel about that. Right, so if you swap over, I'll drive you back and I'll demonstrate some of that stuff on the way back as well.
Thank you.
Ready?
Oh, that's really good, thank you very much. I've learnt so much today, like so much more than I did in my other 5 lessons.
That's good. So the first few will be a bit intensive because it's loads of talking and theory and going over all that kind of stuff. But normally we just say like we're going to do, I don't know, like say roundabouts, we're going to do roundabouts. Whereas today we had quite a few topics to go over. But when you get used to the physical side of things like now, the physical moving off, the next thing then is to go over all the mental stuff, kind of the thought process. The thing about the gear before I didn't mention because it doesn't really matter about the, if you went around in third, that doesn't matter so much because the main thing is to take control of the car and then get the gear done.
Okay.
So as I know, imagine if I lose control, I could go brake, I'll go to get fourth, I'll miss it for whatever reason. You just forget that, steer, keep on the road, do I now I need 3, get to third, go. So there's a lot of times people panic about being in the right gear, but it doesn't really matter if you're out of gear for a little bit. Imagine if you had a bus flying around and meant towards us, you miss the gear, you're doing the gear, smash head on into the bus. That's much worse. Forget the gear, you've got to get out of the way of the bus. So you have to kind of prioritise the gear. Or not prioritise the gear. It's not the least important thing.
Okay.
Just avoid the rain as well.
Yeah, no, we did well. Very well. Very confusing weather today, isn't it? Snow, sun, rain.
I think it was snowing just, it looked like it was a bit of snow. So now I'm in fourth, it's roll. So I'm doing no pedals at all. So if this is a bit tight, it's not if it was. I brake, then down to 3, keep braking to third, pedals off together, and off you go.
Okay.
And then now the hazard's gone, I'll go back to fourth. So we'll get back a little bit late, but I just wanted to get all that done, all that covered.
No, that's really good, thank you so much.
And this next time, like I said, it'll be the sort of more turning next time, sort of lefts and maybe rights as well. Because rights are a little bit harder because you have to kind of go over the road more, but once you've done one, you can pretty much do it. Like now, sort of brake at the touch, no clutch, braking, and off we go. Because that's what you meant nothing by just a brake.
Yeah.
Like just a brake is a lot easier. When you're doing both together, it's a bit harder. So this one, for example, I'll be braking. Which key do you think this will be done in? this kind of corner?
2.
Yep, so I'll come down to 2 and have a go. That's what I was saying about.
Going up, yeah. Okay.
That's it, about. So a second is like turning corners, and then 3 and then 4.
So you never would really go. So when we're like driving into one.
You can not for this one at the end of the wheel, because this one's really bad. That one is what we call an open junction, because the view's really good. So that car had its positioned a bit weird there, I don't know what it's doing.
So it's only when you're coming to like a full stop.
Yeah, right now I would do clutch down, brake, keep the side road clear, down to 1, then I creep. I don't have like that because buses often come on there, but no, yeah, so now I'm in 1 because it's really slow on the hill. This is quite a severe hill, so I'll call that car's going to come in, so I won't go because he's going to.
Yeah.
And you're balancing, this is what I am doing so far, like the balancing on the hill with the gas and the clutch, and off we go. You don't always want to balance that long, but I just wanted to show you that because that's something we do later on as well. You might do that before clutch control. That's like the most important thing you ever learn. Where you sort of roll, hold it, and then you get, and then you go. That car they just pulled out from the other one, sort of black one pulled out quite late. That's what you be careful you don't do. Because you kind of came up, had a quick look and then pulled out. One of the main ways the test is judged is that you mustn't slow another vehicle down. So if you pull out max or slow down is obviously bad. But that includes yourself. If you slow yourself down by going too slow, then you also get more down.
So much to think about, isn't there?
It.
But then I guess by the time that you're taking your test, changing gear will just be like second thing.
If you're thinking about that, you know when you're ready for a test. When you go for a test, you should be doing everything naturally. Like now, I'm not thinking what I'm doing. My feet are just moving, my hands are moving. I'm talking, I don't even know what I'm doing. It's all doing itself.
Okay.
It's nice when you get to that stage, it's easier. But just takes a bit of practice. But right now I'm keeping my foot over my clutch because I could have to give way. It's quite a busy bit of road, although it doesn't look it now. It's quite a narrow part of the road. That car's sticking out quite bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, the point of these videos is of course to help people, but I have already done some which could help you, which are the ones, I don't know if you've seen them so far, but I did some like this before with a couple of pupils, but we only got as far as doing this and then we stopped. So up till now, I've already kind of got videos of doing, but from beyond this stage is when it's going to get more into all the new stuff that I haven't done before.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be next time, the braking, turning, and we might do a bit of clutch control as well.
That's really good.
And then we'll try, I mean, the one after next you could probably drive back or even drive from, we'll see. Because it isn't that hard, the route. The only real hard thing about this route is that one roundabout about there. It's very nasty. But apart from that, this is quite an easy road. So I'm standing third now because it holds us back. So I did no gas at all, just hold the speed back. If I get to fourth, what would happen now?
You'd be going faster down
that's
the
it.
hill.
That's it. So that car shot out of the bin. I say you don't want to come home. So he kind of shot him, had a quick look and then went.
Yeah.
So if I had got fourth and he'd done that, that could easily be a crash. Yep, so you don't always get up as high, but you get as high as you can, but sometimes that's third. That's the highest you can get.
It's good fun when you're like learning stuff and like when you're actually driving. I didn't do a lot of actually driving before, so yeah, it's really good.
You can get so when you get towards the late stage, you can see like you do a lesson, you think, well, I didn't learn anything, but you often do. It's just that because you're learning so much now, it seems like when you do subtle changes, like when you change little things here and there, it doesn't seem like you're learning much.
Yeah, but you'll still be like perfecting all the stuff you did before, so still learning, just like you throw like a curve like that, isn't it? You learn.
Yeah, you always learn something, sometimes you learn more than others.
It's probably like easier to get yourself from nothing to something, but then hard to like
That's it.
nail it.
That's it. Okay, so I'll see you next week, same time.
Yes, thank you so much. See you next week.
Yep.